Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Friday live stream. And just get ready real quick over here. All right. So today I'm going to be making a mural sketch for this this mural that I'm going to be painting soon. So it's the Brooklyn Bridge mural. Just want to get my reference photo up and then get my phone out. So that I can see you guys. Oh. And then hey, Queldar. So if you hop into Discord, it may be set up for you. You just joined the call, I hope. I hope you can just join the keep it quiet call. I'm not sure. Sam probably set it up for me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Eddie. Welcome.
Now I'm famous for 2 channels.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. If your voice comes through YouTube, we've succeeded. Actually, it was all Sam's doing. He set it up for me this morning. I was a little skeptical, I gotta say, but you know, gotta have that faith that things are going well. How are you doing today?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm well. Hey, Janut, salut! My Romanian friend is back. Childhood memories. Okay, so this is gonna be an 8-foot tall by 18-foot long mural. So I'm just gonna make the pencil sketch today. What are you up to today, Queldar?
I'm drawing figures.
Cool.
Figure drawing Friday.
Ah, okay. Nice.
So are you making a grid?
I'm not making the grid right now. First, I draw the picture, and then, because if I do the grid, then it's gonna destroy the picture, you know? And so then after I do the sketch, I lay down transparent paper, and then I outline it, and then I make the grid on that so that I don't have to destroy this, because I want this to be nice still. Also, the picture that he provided me with is only 16 feet. It's like the proportion is only 16 feet long, so it wouldn't really fit his garage door. So I have to modify it a little bit. Kind of new to buildings, so you know, we'll see how it shapes up. I'm gonna put my artistic what do you call it? License on it.
Your artistic spin on it?
Right. How are you doing, Janut? How's life in Germany, you said? Doing really lightly because Denmark, much better than Germany, I think. I don't know. I've never been to either of them, so no idea. Quelder, do you live in Germany?
No, I live in Holland.
Oh, Holland. That's also cooler than Germany, maybe. There's good chocolate there, right?
Uh, sure.
And tulips?
Laura with the hot takes. Oh, it's raining every day in Denver.
Raining?
Lucky here.
It's raining, you said?
Yeah.
Hmm. It's starting to get chilly here as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you have cold winters there in Pennsylvania?
I mean, they're like regular winters, you know. It goes down to, I think the coldest it's been here is like minus 17 Celsius, which is like 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Sometimes it gets pretty cold, but it's not exaggeratedly cold.
I guess Eastern Europe has some pretty cold winters.
Yeah,
To be fair.
yeah. In Romania, where I grew up, it's pretty similar weather. Actually, my mom calls me every now and then, and she's like, "Oh, the weather is just exactly the same." It's raining every day in Denmark, at night, 8 months of the year. Nah. Sound is good, but Quelder and the music are a little quiet. Hey, Clara. I don't know how to make the
Hey, Clara.
your voice louder,
Sam.
Quelder. Yeah. Could turn up
Let
the.
me see if I have.
Yeah, let me
It's
just.
all the way up already on my side.
Okay. Can I do it? Can I turn it up from Discord? Do you know?
I think you have to turn it up maybe in OBS. I don't know.
Let me check. Okay, so I turned the music louder. I'm afraid that if I turn the other sound higher, then my voice is gonna be louder, and I don't think we want that.
It's okay, as long as I can hear you.
Okay, that's better. Good. Yes, it's good that I can hear you as well. It's really fun. So what are you up to? Thank you, Sam, for letting me know. What are you up to, Clara? And you, Newts, what are you up to? You going to play some soccer? Okay, just trying to block in the major shapes here, what I'm seeing in the picture. Hey, Anania. I live to serve, master. Okay. Drinking matcha and multitasking with work. I'm good, Anania. How are you? How are you? I'm drinking yogi tea as usual. Matcha is good. Before he got all famous, and I used to buy like a whole pound of matcha from Amazon. It was much more affordable. Nowadays, ugh, really expensive. Like the good quality matcha. I am good. It's nice to have everybody here. Feels like a nice, happy family. I'm just making little marks, and then when I want to put them in, I'm probably going to use a ruler to make straight lines, because straight lines are my nemesis. I buy it from my local international grocery store. Still expensive, yeah.
The wash line.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So this picture that I'm working from at the moment is the colorful one, the daytime one, which is really pretty. But and then he thought maybe he can do a nighttime scene, because he liked the nighttime scene too. And if you look on my Patreon account, that's where I put the reference photos. They're public, so you don't have to be a patron. Although, you know, you can support the channel. But so I'm combining the proportions of the colorful picture, but then I'm going to make the black nighttime photo. It's gonna be a nighttime scene.
Well, nighttime scenes are hard though.
Are they? I really love, I'm very partial to black backgrounds in nighttime scenes. I really love the hello, Lewis. Lewis, jump on the stream. You want to jump on the stream? It's all set. Queldar is here. I like nighttime scenes a lot. What is so difficult for you about nighttime scenes?
I don't know, I just never get the colors right. I think I go too dark. The same with underwater scenes, actually.
Well, you just need to, you know, light them. Create a light source, and then, or imagine a light source, and then everything will be illuminated, all the elements. Then it wouldn't be so dark. Although nighttime scenes are supposed to be dark. I think my next major YouTube channel expense will be a non-squeaky chair.
So Laura, did you actually go to art school?
Nope, I did not go to art school. I wanted to, but you know, my mom didn't think that, my mom said, let's do some math or some economics because you can make good money with those. Art's not gonna pay the bills. Well, little did she know that she was right.
So what did
I'm
you
just kidding.
end up studying?
Physical therapy in college. I wanted to go to. Okay, Lewis, that's alrighty. I wanted to go to art high school because there was a really cool art high school there, and also there was a guy that I really liked. uh, but no, my mom didn't endorse that, so then I didn't. And then I also, for college, I didn't want to go to physical therapy. I wanted to do something also artistic, like be an actress or something. There was a theater college in my hometown, but I really didn't want to stay home because my parents were going through some difficult times, and I just wanted to skedaddle out of town. Like, I am not hanging around with you guys. So no matter where it was, I just wanted to go pretty far away, and I went to physical therapy because I had a mild interest in the whole anatomy, and it's pretty artistic, the human body and everything. But I didn't actually want to be a masseuse or so. But another thing was that the college that I went to was the diploma was accepted in Europe, so I could have gone and worked anywhere in Europe with a diploma. So I didn't have to stay in Romania, where I would probably not really make so much. But as a doctor, even now, doctors don't have such high salaries. But I never did, because I came before I finished college in my 4th year, because it was a 5-year college. I came with a work and travel visa to the States, and then I met Sam, and then the rest is history. So then I did go back and I finished college, but the diploma is not recognized in the States without further studies. And at that point I had a 2-year-old daughter, and I didn't have the energy or the willingness to go back to school and to learn and to do exams and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I got you.
Then when we got our house, I started painting the walls because I just needed color, I suppose, and I always wanted to decorate and do something with my hands, so then people were like, oh, this is so cool, you should do this for a living, because that's how people are.
You listened.
And I listened, and look at me now. I'm pretty happy
Your
though.
own YouTube channel.
Yeah, right? Not everybody can do that. Did you go to school, Waldar, for art?
No, so I think, I don't know what the school system is like in Romania, but over here we have like different levels of high school. Like we take an SAT test, but when we're 12, and then based on that they send you to a different level of high school. And the one I went to is the one that gets you into university afterwards. So it's like the expectation is that you do university after high school. That's like what everybody expects you to do.
Yeah.
even if you don't want to.
Yes.
So yeah. So I think like I remember back then when I was like near graduation, and I actually wanted to do graphic design, right? Because it was like the closest thing to a creative pursuit.
Mm-hmm.
But then I decided not to because there was so much pressure to do something, sensible. Yes.
Yes, something sensible. I mean, it's a loaded word to say, do you regret it not going for. And at that age, I feel like we're so young. Very few of us know after we've finished high school what we actually want to do with our lives because nobody asks you. It's like the most important thing in somebody's life, and it's completely. No, you just everybody does the same thing, and then they kick you out. They're like, huh, that's it. Go and make some money or something, or
Yeah.
go choose a path. And I feel at that age, it's really difficult to really know what you want to do. We're so young, and I didn't know I knew what I wanted to do, but it's difficult. Need guidance and somebody who really can trust you, you know? Like, I feel that our parents, they meant well, but they didn't trust us that we can. Preconceptions, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Well, and honestly, I don't know if I had gone to art school that I would have been able to finish, and if I would have had the discipline to actually do it. Like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I had to go through a lot of growth anyway to get where I am today. So
Yeah, that is true. Clara says she feels this conversation so much. My parents pushed me into marketing even though I wanted to do art, but I took as many extra art classes in college as I could. That's really cool. See, at least you had the option. But how do you even take, like, not in the college, I suppose? How do you take art classes in college? I didn't have that option. I mean, if you count, dissecting a dead body art, which it could be. And that was like
sounds so morbid.
the most exciting part of college, I think, was dissecting the dead body. And then I would probably draw things like. I remember even in college, I used to live in this dorm room with my colleagues, and I would do all sorts of weird art and just drawings. They were just really weird drawings, kind of abstract. And I would hang them next to my bed on my wall. People would say, "Oh, that's really cool." I was really proud of them. But yeah,
So did you kept up drawing the whole time, Laura?
no, not really. It just comes and goes, I feel like I do always have something to say or something to express, but back then it was. Sometimes I would write, like artistic pursuits come in and self-expression comes in many different ways, and sometimes I would write more, or instead of drawing. And then, I didn't keep up drawing like this. I didn't know that You know how sour grapes, you do sour grapes sometimes and just like, oh, fine, I can't do that, I just won't do it at all. Maybe there was a little part of that into sometimes I'm an extremist, I'm like a very extremist person, so then it's all or nothing for me a lot of the times. My university had different colleges within it, so you could take courses that were outside your major. I needed some extra courses that weren't part of my major to graduate, so I chose art for those. That's really nice. Hang on, I gotta close my window, it's so cold in here. only took art history, oil painting for 2 years, and paper making, so not a ton. That's really nice, though. It's nice that you had the option. How about you, Eddie? Did you continue to do? When did you start the oil painting and the art?
Well, I haven't started the oil painting yet. I'm starting in 2 weeks,
Okay.
so that'll be the first time. And I pretty much abandoned art for like 20 years, like from high school onwards. And I just came back to it about a year and a half ago.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Well, you're doing really good. I really enjoy your drawings. Are very expressive. Your note said at drawing class I was ashamed to sit next to you. That's hilarious. You know, I don't even remember drawing in. So you notice my colleague from general school, from elementary. I think he joined the class in second grade, and he was an eccentric, kind of like me. We were the outcasts of the class, pretty much. It was really funny. And I remember our teacher, Kundia, right? You remember the? She was a weirdo. Our art teacher in elementary school. She was this raspy throat lady who always smelled like tobacco and sometimes alcohol, and she was just kind of violent.
Oh
You
God.
think like two people's heads and bang them together when they weren't doing something right or when they weren't listening. It was hilarious. It was scary, but hey, you know, our teachers,
I
they're
had
all a
in
little
college, I
eccentric.
had an anthropology teacher. She was from Poland, and she told me that when she was young and she would have a cough or something, or sore throat,
Hmm.
they actually gave her cigarettes at 10 years old.
What?
Like the doctor actually prescribed cigarettes.
Oh my God.
That's how she started. Yeah.
Doctors were so much cooler back then.
That's one way of looking at it. Yeah.
Sure, why not? That's funny. Camels, right? Because that's what doctors prescribe. Camels were superior cigarettes than others, I think.
Most doctors prescribe camels. Yeah.
Or Marlboros. Clara's in absolute disbelief with these stories. That would totally not fly here and now. No, absolutely not. No, in Romania they were pretty unregulated back then. I mean, I don't know what's happening now. Pretty ghastly stories I've lived through even 10 years ago when I left. Like bribery and all sorts of nasty things that I took part of. We do what we can, you know? Here, teachers have a lot more integrity, I understand.
The States?
Yeah. Kundia beat his ass many times. Yep, I think I remember that. She was difficult person. But you know what? I remember her name. I don't remember many other teachers' names, but I totally remember her name and even a little bit of her scent. I can. You remember the oddities, Gotta be a little different to stand out, even though it's bad.
Yeah, I have a teacher like that from high school. I had nightmares about her like decades later. She was like infamous.
She was what?
Like infamous. Like everybody
Uh-huh.
went to that school, hated her. Like she was so mean
Mm-hmm.
for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah. That is the same with... Yeah, I understand. Yeah, starting to slowly shape up. Buildings are difficult. See, regularly, if this was in exact proportion, I would have printed it and then drew on the page, on the picture, and then transfer the picture to make the sketch. But since the proportions are different, I kind of have to draw it myself, which is okay. Not gonna be exactly the same, but I mean, I'm sure things have changed since this picture was taken anyway, so.
It's good practice anyway.
It's good practice, yeah. I actually went to middle school and high school in Italy. My teachers were nuns. Wow, really different teaching experience from school in the US. That is cool. Is cool school, Clara. How were they? Were they nice? I mean, they were nuns, so you'd hope that they were nice. I actually wanted to be a nun.
What?
No. Clara says they weren't nice. I said that I've thought about being a nun. Well, not a nun per se, but more like a monk. You know, because nuns are, nuns, and monks are much more...
Cool.
Right? One of those hermetic monks. I don't know. I just think it's... I like their lifestyle and the fact that they're isolated and that they can fend for themselves and they're self-sufficient. And, they live that life of peace, like a peace that you don't have to be distracted by all this cultural, bull.
Yeah, I've fantasized about it, but it feels a bit like running away, maybe.
Yeah, escapism. I'm totally for that.
Yeah. But I mean, real life always catches up to you, right? Like,
I mean, you make your life, right? Like you.
But that goes for your current life too, right? I mean,
Right.
you don't have to join a monastery for that.
Yeah, and probably that's why I didn't want to do it, because I don't, joining things always is tricky, because then you have to adhere to other people's rules and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, the nuns were sweet, kind of like little grandmothers. The kids were mean. Oh, thank you, Clara. I am trying to love them. I hope this will come out. I mean, it will, because I'm gonna make it, so. But, yeah, I'm not an urban sketch kind of person, but I like the way they look. Maybe I haven't done them because they look so difficult and tedious a little bit with all the little shapes, and there's only gonna be so much detail I can get in the sketch, but I think in the mural I'm gonna have to put some more details. Maybe we'll see how many details I can get on a garage door that has a lot of textures. I really love this song. This is really nice actually, because before I couldn't hear the music that's played in real time. I would always put some different music. I mean the same music, but I wouldn't know exactly when the song started, and I would hope that it's the same. But now I can hear exactly what you're hearing. It's really nice. Maybe I can tell Lewis how to do that too.
Yeah, I can't actually hear it, but
You-
that's okay.
You can't hear the music?
Well, I have to mute YouTube, otherwise I'm going to hear everything
Oh,
twice.
right.
So, but I mean, it's not a problem. I have my own music on.
Oh, that's good. That's a shame, because it's good music.
I have epidemic music too.
Yeah?
subscription,
I'm
even
doing
though I
good.
don't use it.
Hmm?
I don't really use it though. But
The epidemic
one
sound?
day. Mhm.
Actually, this is a Spotify playlist. It's called Epidemic Lo-Fi. And
Okay.
it's just, whatever they chose. And I really like their selection. There's a lot of them I like. I like Dylan Sitz. If you know Dylan Sitz, I think that was Dylan Sitz.
So that's the artist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, some of the things here I can't even make out what they are. Picture is kind of blurry. Low resolution. Have to imagine things?
Okay.
I don't know what I just did there. No worries, Lewis. We're here. Crazy morning for Lewis today. There, that's a little better. Okay. So do you work from reference photos folder? Where do you get your references from?
They're called Croquis Cafe.
Oh,
you
I've
heard of
heard. I've heard, yes.
Yeah, they used to have it for free actually. Both on Vimeo, and they have like a separate database with pictures. But during the lockdowns last year, they got so popular that Vimeo was going to charge them like crazy amounts of money because no one had anything to do, so everyone's drawing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's paid, but it only costs $3 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So $36 a year, so it's like nothing. And you get
Oh,
thousands
right.
of photos,
Oh,
and they have
cool.
drawing sessions and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good resource.
That's good to know. You're on your second cup of tea now. I'm on my second cup of coffee and first cup of tea.
You have both?
Oh, I have two things right here. I don't drink them at the same time because that would mean new clothes, but one at a time. Did I not mention my multiple addictions?
Oh, please tell us. Tell us all about them.
Actually, I was thinking of making a video. Too much to say. I think everybody's got
But you never
addictions.
tried the cool ones, right? You said.
Well, those aren't addictions. Those are therapies. There's gotta be a gotta make a distinction there.
Self-medication.
Absolutely. Self-therapy, I like to call it myself. I think everybody's got addictions, and if somebody says they don't, they're a hypocrite. I just don't recognize them, you know? I'm just much more aware of them, which is already a step towards enlightenment.
There you go.
So I was actually gonna do something different today, because yesterday Lewis asked me, "What are you gonna do tomorrow?" And I said, "Well, I'm working on this alien drawing." Remember? And I was working on that. I really wanted to do that. I'll show you in a sec. But then this guy, my client, that I wasn't sure at the moment, like, is he gonna get back to me or not? Because sometimes, you know how clients are, they kind of leave you hanging, and then you're like, well, I guess I lost this one. But then, and I refuse to make sketches without the certitude of the job, you know, like, I've done so many sketches for free and wasted my time like that, and I don't like doing that anymore. So he got back to me and he said, yeah, we're good. So I'm like, okay, so I gotta get this sketch done, because I'm gonna start in 2 weeks. I gotta get it done. So let me show you what I was working on before. This is the sketch of the alien lady head, because I have this pore right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's really dark, but
YouTube is a bit behind, so I'm waiting for it to
YouTube's
catch
a
up.
little behind. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, now I see it.
yeah. So I have this pore that is, to me, it was a strainer pore. And I didn't know for the longest time what it'll be, because you can look at it either way, you know? I know there's a glare. But if you hold it like this, I thought it kind of looks like an alien head. You know, you kind of put the eyes there and stuff. So I made the sketch of how it'll be. So that's what's gonna be probably in the next couple of streams or something. I'm very excited about it.
Cool. It's amazing how those colors interact. It's really cool.
Yeah, I really love the colors. Really love the copper and teal combination and black. It looks like aged copper. I'm a sucker for that. Kind of.
It reminds me a bit of tortoise shell.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Thank you, Clara. I think it will. I hope so. you know, we'll see. I had it for a while, and I just hold on to these pores that have, they have possibility. What do you call it? Potential. But I'm always kind of afraid to touch them and to do something because I'm afraid I'm gonna mess them up. But you can't live in fear, right?
Sure you can.
Not happily. Not if you want to be happy.
It's like the portrait of you that I've been working on for like 3 months.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna shape up and when.
Yeah, it was like I started as like just a portrait study with some adjustments, I guess. And then I was like, oh, what if I add this and this? And then it just started turning into this huge thing. And then I wasn't happy, and I would start it over and over again and again. So, yeah. It has to be perfect, you know. Otherwise, what's the point? What's the point?
Excellence.
I do this for fun?
Excellence, right? Art isn't for fun. Art is for perfection. Excellence over perfection, my friend. You can't. I mean, you can, but perfection is a. If perfection was a thing, there wouldn't be humans. Because we're like the epitome of flaw. But, you know, we can always strive to do our best. Can be better than our yesterday's best. That's all you can hope for. Here's your moment of wisdom. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're right, of course, but it's like once you're in it, and then you're you know, there's this immediate sense of dissatisfaction with the result, and then it becomes like overpowering.
Louis says, if you don't want to live in fear, make everyone else around you live in fear. I don't know, Louis. It's not very wholesome advice. Is that what you do?
Should write a life coaching guide, Louis.
Or death coaching guide? It's funny. Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, it's tough being an artist for sure. There's always things to learn. You always feel like you can do better because it's true. But I think it's the journey is what makes it, I know, fun, and the thrill of discovering new things and, you know, making connections and stuff like that. And I'm a big fan of curiosity and surprise and novelty. I think novelty is the spice of life, and always for something new. I mean, apparently there's a study that for the formula of creativity. There's a formula.
Really?
Yeah, it involves trying new things and sampling new things and having new experiences and just delving into a lot of possibilities, and then focusing on something that you like a lot. But it involves a lot of experimenting and then honing, experimenting and honing. It's like that. But you gotta fill the well with, you can't stay stuck in the same thing, doing the same thing, because it can get really tedious. For me, for one, I get bored with doing the same thing. Now, other people, they may like doing the same thing their whole life, but that's not for me. And sometimes it's difficult and I get confused. What do I like? 'Cause I like so many things. And maybe this isn't good advice. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always going to be an element of uncertainty, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's funny. I was watching. I actually have it saved, a video of David Bowie, and it popped into my YouTube feed yesterday, and I watched it again, and I just love that little clip where he says it's something about artists being all neurotic, not like dysfunctional. All artists are dysfunctional and kind of neurotic a little bit, because art isn't something that you need, you know, it's something totally extra that, you know, you can eat pretty much a simple meal and you can eat from the same, you know, it doesn't matter what shape or size or colored plate you eat from, food's all gonna taste the same, but we choose to have like a million bazillion styles of this and this and this, and we do this and this, and we don't need to, but it's, so there's a certain kind of neuroticism about that, and he's like, no, I don't really like doing the art. It's difficult and I hate it a lot of times, but after that, you know, you get that afterwards feeling of satisfaction and completion when you look back and you say, wow, you know, the joy of creating something that wasn't there before. There's something magical about that.
I think it is a need, though, I would argue. I mean, like, yeah, sure, you could say, yeah, eating the same thing every day for the rest of your life, but like, I feel like no one would be happy doing that, you know? I mean, it's kind of necessary if you're going to end up extremely unhappy, I think.
Yeah, you get bored, you know, it's... Clara's saying, when you do the things that are a bit out of your comfort zone and out there, it forces you to find your creativity and strengthen that side of you. Yeah. Yes, it's true. It's about balancing doing new things that are scary and out there and reinforcing practicing the basics. Yes, absolutely. At the same time, if you spend all your time doing other stuff and never hone your skills, oh, I think Lewis is in, then you will quickly... Hey! Right. Hello, Lewis.
Right, all right. Yeah.
All right.
Good, Laura. All right. I see a bridge. I see buildings. I see a hand moving with the pencil. All right.
How astute of you. Your observation skills are off the chart.
I try. Actually, I don't try. It just comes natural.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you don't hone your skills, you'll jack of all trades and master of none. That's true. I don't want to be that. I want to hone in, but I'm not sure what. I just want to be an awesome artist, you know? Like, I don't know what.
I'm seeing that we need to upvote this more than it is upvoted. It helps with the algorithm.
Oh, yeah.
So upvote.
See, I already liked my video. I'm gonna
like
go
to
to the computer and sign into Sam's account and like it from his account. And then sign into my other account and like it from that account. And bam, I already have 3 likes.
And put your videos on autoplay so they just continuously play forever.
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 We've only just begun.
Mm-hmm.
1408, anyone? I guess not.
The song? The song? No, I know what you're saying.
The movie 1408.
Oh no, I don't know what you're saying.
Don't ask Lewis about movies.
Don't ask me. Shut up! Just because I don't know who frickin' Callan is or whatever. Shut up.
I like, subscribe,
Civilized.
and click the bell for notifications.
Notifications.
Clara's hilarious.
Subscribe.
Yeah, Clara, how many accounts do you have? You better do that from all of your accounts.
Yeah, how many accounts do you have, Clara?
Who are you talking to right now?
You talking to me?
Oh, some sketching
So,
ASMR from Lewis.
Sketch.
So Clara, how did your stream go?
Oh, yeah, how'd it go?
I couldn't make it last night. I was really disappointed, actually.
Yeah, those guys were here, like the Michael Madsen people were here until 10:15 at night. It was insane. I usually go to bed at 9:30.
That's a long time. They were there all day then.
Yep.
Wow. That is crazy.
They didn't work the whole time. They were just waiting for other people to come because they couldn't lift the big water heaters and put them in our very, very narrow crawl space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Glad you're still alive. We were concerned for you yesterday, Laura. Very concerned. Reservoir Dogs.
He sounds just like him though, like
He
seriously.
did. He really did.
He's a sweet guy, though.
Well,
you know,
the guy in Reservoir Dogs was too. They were friends, and then
He was jovial.
jovial.
Yeah.
but then it wasn't jovial.
Clara said it went well. I started my first Inktober prompt. What? We had a good
Nice.
time together with Fearless Fabrications, drawing and chatting. That's cool.
Wait, that's awesome.
Yeah. So what
Really
did you do
cool.
for
Really
Inktober? Was that the crystal? The crystal prompt? Okay, let's...
Lyrics.
What are you working on, Lewis?
I'm working on that, the Sikhism painting, the Sikhism, which I said was a sect of Hinduism or Hindu. It wasn't. I got corrected on that, which so yeah, but it's that Indian painting that I'm doing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And just trying to sketch it out and get it done as quickly as I can.
Yep.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can. Here,
So
here
what
you
happened?
can.
What happened?
Well, so it's for a client, and he's very particular about what he wants, and there's nothing wrong with that. One of the things in this type of drawing and painting that I had to learn was, when you first start, it's not going to look how you want it to look. You have an idea of how you want it to look, and sometimes too, when you're correcting, like whether it's positions or the anatomy portions, what have you, it can look a little bit awkward, and I had to really have confidence that I would fix things later on, and because at first sometimes, like, if you ever been in the middle of a piece and it's just like, this sucks, it's never gonna work out right, this and that, it doesn't look good, but then you do pull it off later, you correct what you didn't think you could correct. And that's one of the lessons that I learned now. I don't know if mine was to that stage, because in my opinion I had it pretty well under control, but perhaps to somebody who isn't used to this, it's understandable that they would think, uh-oh, this isn't looking how I want it to look. And so after the stream, I got several texts, calls, missed calls, voicemails, and I said to myself, it'd probably be more prudent for now to not work on it at the stream. But he did in text kind of convey that he said, yeah, it's, he probably went a little bit over the top with it, which is understandable. He's very passionate about what he wants, and it's just one of those things where you have to let the artist do their job. But at the same time, there is a degree of communication that is necessary for me to know what he wants. So it's good that he tells me this stuff. But of course, there's a limit to that, right? You can't micromanage. You can't hold my hand I can't have a conversation with you about every brushstroke that I make, and he understands that. So I might try. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how it goes. If I say, because I want to do this again on the stream. I want to, because it saves me a lot of time. I think it's a very lesson. I'm doing this painting differently than I've done other things. I'm drawing it up and then painting. So I don't know. There's a lot of lessons to be learned. I'd get a lot of stuff done. I might give it one more shot, and if the same thing happens, then I'll just go back to the Mural or come up with a different project. So
it's cool because you're also designing now. It's not, copying. It's
yeah.
designing. That's
I like that.
interesting to see.
Yeah. It is, and it's like so one of the most important things in painting is the setup and the preparational work that goes into it, because that's just like blocking in the drawing. It gives us a strong foundation. You have to set the table for success, as they say. And so I really, I used I took pictures of myself completely nude. Just kidding. I took pictures of myself,
you're not.
like with cloth, and like folded the cloth how I wanted it. And so like I have different pictures, like y'all saw on the stream. I have different pictures of, like, for example, the hand or the arm has cloth folded, so I have a picture for that. It's fun. I enjoy it, and I'm actually, what I'm trying, I'm kind of, I haven't really done this before in a painting, like where I've actually modeled, because Queldar, you asked me why I model things, and because when you paint over it, of course, it's gone, but the modeling part for this, like, it's very easy to erase. Very easy to erase. Like, you can erase it. It does not scar the board. So I can go very dark with it and then erase it 100%. So once I got the drawing correct, I said, I'll go through and shadow it, because then I'll be able to see more, correct the proportions even more, and then put actual shadow values that correspond to the charcoal values. And I think in that manner, I might be able to paint this that much faster. And if you have a smooth application of paint at first, that goes a very long way, right? Very long. Like, you can have the shape of something, but if you can also get the values, light and dark values correct, all that stuff, it's just going to push it that much further. And perhaps the only downside is it'll mix with the charcoal, perhaps make it a little bit mucky, but that's okay. I've been through there before. In the light areas, there's not going to be charcoal, so it shouldn't make a difference. So it's going to be kind of an experiment for this, because I haven't like modeled it so much. And this I'm not like over modeling it. I'm just like basic shadow shapes in. And it also gives me an idea compositionally of how it's going to look at the scale, which is kind of nice. So it would be a good painting to show you guys, and I would get work done at the same time. So I think Tuesday I might do that. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, don't get into trouble, right? Like,
here's the thing. I just can't be a pussy. All right. I could be a pussy about things, and I could let
all can,
things get to me.
Yeah.
And there's a way of handling it. I can still put this out and just say, hey, look, don't worry. I know what you want. I'm going to do this. And I'm not bashing the guy. I completely understand where he's coming from. He's very passionate about what he wants. Here's the thing. I've been in situations before where, and I'm sure probably you guys have too, if whether it's within art or outside, where somebody doesn't let you do your job, because they're afraid that you're going to fuck it up, and so they're trying to help you out, but in fact slows you down.
Yeah, actually, we
And I
were
think I
talking
told you
about
all,
parents in the beginning of the stream.
I caught part of it. I was running around. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally understand.
Yeah.
I have
so
a client
it's
that
just-
keeps
it's-
coming back too, and she's very particular about what she wants. She thinks she wants something, but she's afraid to put too much, and then keeps changing her mind. And then she says, "Whatever you think, I trust you." But then when I say something, she's like, "No, not really." Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Right. Yeah.
I trust you, but
It's-
not really.
Well, and so it comes to a point where you just have to do it, and that,
Yeah.
that can be hard, especially if somebody's paying you to do it, and they might be paying you a good sum of money to do it, and you want to be respectful, and so there's a level of tact that you have to learn, and it's particular to each individual that you work with, right? Everybody
Yeah.
responds differently to different phrases and sentences and such, and so the best thing you can do is kind of understand where they're coming from, but then be bold and do what you can, because like the way that I see it, I'm trying to give this man exactly what he wants, but I know that if I listen to everything he says, I know from experience, and it is a fact, that it will not be what he wants,
Yeah.
because he
Yeah.
will completely destroy the creative process. Even though this is a copy of a painting, I can do this better than what he wants. I have an idea. He wants a feeling of the painting, and he likes the composition, and I can give him that, but it requires getting into the flow. You got to get the flow down, and you can't do that being micromanaged. And he doesn't want to micromanage. He doesn't want to, but sometimes people can't help it because they're so passionate about it. That's understandable. So sometimes you have to do what you got to do, and you have to be tactful about have some tact with it.
Mhm.
And so that's how I, at least, because and I'll tell you specifics. Like, I had a portrait of a gentleman some years back, and it was when this man was about 60 years old. A very nice man. One of my supporters and stuff. Like, he really helped, loved my work, and I grew up with his son. Like, we went to school together. Well, he wanted me to do a portrait of him when he was 28 years old, but he wanted to make it look like he was 48 years old. So he wanted me to put some wrinkles in and perhaps pepper his hair, And I said to him, I said, look, I know what you want, but I'm telling you right now, I can't do that, because you're asking me to morph certain areas, but you see my work, and then you say you want something like, very classical and beautiful, preferably something like Rembrandt, even though that's not how I really paint, but you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
high
Classical.
quality piece.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I said I'm not gonna bullshit you. I cannot do that. Like, if you're asking me to, I can't make this stuff up. Maybe a better artist could. I can't.
Yeah.
And he says, well, just try it. So I was like, okay, which was my mistake. So for a month, because I had it how it was. Like, I did a beautiful painting. It was like, it was the best at that point, because it was fresh. I got the effects. I did everything I wanted, but then he said to age it. So I put wrinkles in, and he's like, that's not what I really want. I was like, I told you that. He's like, okay, well, he says, well, why don't you try to pepper the hair? I said, okay, I'll pepper the hair. Another mistake. So I pepper the hair. He says, yeah, that's not what I want. I said, well, I told you that. He's like, yeah, we'll change it back. And so I changed it back. And then 2 weeks later, he's like, okay, I think we'll go with the pepper. So change that back. I was like, it's not like I can just like spray it on. You have to repaint the entire hair and lose the freshness of it and lose the transparency in the darks. And so I did. And then at the very end, and this is after an extra month and a half of working on it. And I told him, I said, I know this isn't going to be what you wanted, but I told you I couldn't do this, and you made me do it anyway. And he says, yeah, it's not what I wanted. It's not worth the money, but I guess that's what I was like, damn right, it's not worth the money, and he paid, but he paid it because that was the right thing. I told him, I was honest, but I messed up because I followed what he wanted me to do. Now, maybe now I could do that. I don't know. That was about 45 years ago or something, but I don't know, because when you have to paint like a very high level and it's real, and then somebody asks you to put something in that's fake, you're going to have within the painting itself parts that you observed that are very realistic, and then parts where it's obvious that you faked it. And there's going to be that clear contrast between the two, and then it's just going to be, blaring. And that's what happened. I knew that would happen. I still did it like a moron. I'm not doing that again. So.
Hey, Artistry Lifestyle, and thank you, Sam. Clara says, Lewis, what you should have done is pulled up a photo of George Clooney and used him as a reference. That's what that guy wanted. Haha.
Smarter than I
Probably.
am, Clara.
You
She's
just
been through
consult
this, bro.
Clara. She's in marketing. She knows what people want.
I know she is, Clara. We need to get in touch, and you need to help me. You don't need to, but it's very nice that you offered, and I will take you up on it.
Clara needs to help all of us.
All of us need help. All of us need help.
Yep. And how is Artistry Lifestyle doing today? A nice Clara. I'm looking forward to doing my crystal prompt to Japanese watercolor brushes to paint your sister wearing her crystal earrings she bought for her wedding. That's nice. Clara needs all of your art help too. See, we can do a quid pro quo.
Oh, goodness.
Break for dinner, guys. Talk to you later.
Okay,
coming
Quelder,
back?
thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, are you coming back?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll come. I don't know how much longer you're going, though.
I'm gonna be going for a while. I mean, I gotta get this
Okay.
sketch done, so I might as well, With or without you.
You can't escape, you butthole.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bon
All right.
appetit.
Thanks.
Bye. Oh, that was sweet.
What a loser. Always brings everything down. Always just abandoned us. Or that's what happened. Don't make no mistake about it. No mistake.
It's okay. We can do it. We can
Just
pull
ignore
it
the
off.
fact that
We can pull it off, Lewis.
ignore the fact that he was here before me.
I wasn't even gonna mention it.
Yeah. Well, I did, so you can't. You see, I neutralized you.
You neutralized
Neutralized.
me. Wow. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just figure, I'm going to do what this guy wants. Like, I'm just going to essentially copy this painting, but try to make it a little bit better. I'm not going to try to redesign some stuff. I don't think that's what he wants. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, his cousin has the original, so I think it's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. It is. Your bridge is looking good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm getting there. A lot of.
Factoring in,
Yeah.
you're factoring in the curvature of the Earth. I can see.
Curvature? What are you talking about? The flat Earth? No. Just joking. I'm just joking.
I know you are, Laura. Would be kind of funny if, like, the Earth was flat though, and everybody was mistaken.
You
It's
know.
not.
What do we know? Maybe in another dimension, the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
Probably.
perhaps.
Since
Yep.
you are using OBS, can you put your reference photo in your video stream so we can see what you're referring to when you draw? Okay, give me just a second. I hope I can.
Do it,
I'm not
Lara.
sure. Okay, you can also
You
go.
can.
Okay. Let me try. Louis, entertain them.
Entertain. Okay. Well, entertain. Right now, whenever somebody says entertain and then your mind goes blank, that's kind of what just happened. I'm not really used to that because my brain is always so damn active and just lush and fertile. And so I'm not used to it going blank like this. But yeah, no. So the project that I'm working on right now it's not something I'm particularly into, but what I like about it is that this guy is so enthusiastic about it. And one of the great things in painting is you can really do a lot for people with it, and that is something that I really enjoy doing, like in paint and drawing, because sometimes it really touches people, and people need that, especially nowadays, because everybody's so pissed off at everything in the world, just like, Queldar has lost all hope and faith in humanity and such. Claire is one of the most volatile and just jaded people
that's
out
big.
there.
Oh wait.
Hey, okay,
How's that?
back. Okay, good.
Is that good enough? Should I make it
Yeah,
bigger?
beautiful. There you go.
I'm learning new things.
No, I think that's actually good. You don't want it bigger than that. But Laura,
Yeah.
where the heck?
What?
You're welcome, Clara. Where the heck is your freaking face? You're supposed to have a camera on yourself. We've gone over this.
Oh, I hope that Sam hears that. I don't know if I have a camera and what to use for a camera, to be honest. And yeah,
Wait a second.
I think I just don't have a.
What?
What?
You have a phone. You have an Android, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Since I am not on stream, I am now going to look this up for you, because I use my phone as a
Oh, really?
shot for my beautiful and flawless, perfect face.
I wonder how to do that in OBS.
Well, you know what? There's this little thing called Google Android. Oh, webcam. Android use as webcam. That's what we want. Web.
Yeah, I do like the phone. How the phone highlights my features way better than the camera. I don't know. The camera is just.
Okay.
Yes.
So the first thing that came up is Droid Cam. Now I'm gonna see if you can connect this to freaking. No, why did I go to YouTube? I don't know that. Droid Cam. OBS. Let's see. I bet you there's plugin Droid Cam OBS by the 47. Okay, so here's the thing. 7 apps. Use your phone as a camera directly in OBS Studios. Okay, so here's the thing, Laura. After this stream, there's an app that you download, and it's for your phone, and you'll download it. It's called Droid Cam, DROID Cam, all one word.
Okay.
And then you can download that, and then so you're gonna have that on your actual phone. That's an app, and then you're going to download a plugin, Droid Cam OBS for OBS, right? It's a plugin, and so then once that's downloaded, it's very simple. I think you go to
Okay. Let me write this down.
video captured. Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Droid
this will change your.
Cam OBS. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Droid Cam, download Droid Cam for your phone.
Uh
You
huh.
gotta do two things. One for your phone, then a plugin for your computer.
Oh.
Okay, so those are two different things, right? You need the app on the phone, and then plug in the computer that connects it to, and then it will bring up an option in OBS that when you do a video capture device, you can set one of them, and it'll probably have Droid Cam will appear in the video capture section. You can select that, and that will be a video for you.
Hmm. So then
Judging your
I actually.
handwriting. Okay, it's better than mine. It is better
Oh,
than mine.
my handwriting is now my greatest strength. But it's okay. I've come to. It's fine. It's too late. I'm too old to change. I'll just keep it.
Laura, you're not too old to change. You're just being stupid right now. Dumbass. Android. I'm gonna
Thank
double
you
check
so
this
much,
to make sure this-
Artistry Lifestyle. What is your name? So I don't have to say your channel name.
I think that is its name is Artistry Lifestyle.
The lovely person who is complimenting my artwork, Lewis, unlike you, who always bashes me and never gives me a helping hand with anything.
You sure you want to make that mark, by the way, Lara? You sure that's it? You're going with the form. You should be going against it. Just kidding. Are you second guessing yourself?
Really? Against it?
No, I'm just kidding. You're doing good. I'm just trying to get you back for that slight. You got one up on me, so I have to.
Right, right. It's all a one-upmanship game up in here.
Good. Webcam. Let's see this.
So what I did first is I just sketched it with a free-handed, and then I went back with my ruler to make sure that everything is vertical, because I have this tendency where my head is slightly on the side and then everything tends to lean to the left. I have a whole forest in my house that is all the trees are tilted to the left. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
It
then
works in this painting, though,
well, I fixed it.
or drawing.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you sure you did?
Yes, Lewis. Are you
Why are the
questioning
buildings
me?
still- I question every human that I encounter. That's how I've survived this long, Laura.
That's how you make friends
Survived.
so easily.
Friends.
Friends, who needs those?
Oh. I'd be too anal with this painting than I'm doing this drawing. Really. Is somebody hammering in the background?
It's the music.
Are they?
What?
Oh,
Not,
it is? Okay.
not in my background. What?
Wait. What happened? Buildings are tilted. The camera is just curved. Yeah. The camera is just curved,
The
Claire.
camera's
I'm telling you.
curved.
Alright, Laura, what do you have your settings on?
Oh, wait. Maybe no, this one. Maybe this one, yeah. This one is tilted. I didn't get to this one yet. You're right. You know what? This is totally on the side. Do you see how this is on the side? You're right. I didn't do this one. Good catch. Good catch. You guys, thank you. Will be fixed in a jiffy.
Right.
It's funny how this illusion of rightness that we humans sometimes have. So many times I think I'm totally right, and you couldn't possibly tell me I'm not right. But then, and I think everybody, like the science is wrong, and everything else is wrong, but then I realize that it's actually me. That's the hardest thing.
I've never experienced that before.
Yeah, I know.
You know, just
It really
one of
hurts
my
when
many
you're
curses.
so certain that you're right, and then you realize that, oh, I did make a mistake. That's unfortunate.
I can imagine that would, you know,
Be difficult for other
affect
people, right?
other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, I try to put myself in the
Empathetic
other
mode, right?
yeah, definitely. Those less important than myself, talented, intelligent.
But thank you, Clara. Thank you for. That's funny. It's a mirage. It's like even with a ruler. This is difficult. It's better to catch it now than when I put it on this guy's garage door, you know?
So this is a small sketch for a bigger painting that you're going to be doing?
Mm-hmm. It's a garage door mural. It's gonna be, the garage
Nice.
door is 18 feet by 8 feet. So I have here
Oh.
8 inches long and 18 inches, no, 8 inches tall and 18 inches long. So every inch
Wow.
will be a foot.
Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
That's going to be insane. How long do you think it's going to take you to do something like that?
3-4 days?
3 or 4 days. Wow.
I mean,
That's
I'm
it?
hoping. Yeah. Maybe it's
It's
gonna
going to
be
take
fun.
longer
I
than
don't
that,
know.
Laura.
Yeah.
I mean, well, hey, I don't know. I don't know how this stuff goes. So don't let me, like, take your confidence away. I build confidence up. I don't break it down,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, yeah. So Clara are having a 8 course meal.
Well, he also has to cook his meal. Lewis is probably not having a hungry man for dinner. Hopefully.
That's why you fix oatmeal. It takes literally, I can literally feed myself from start to finish within 6 minutes. 6.
Really?
Yeah. It takes 3 minutes to make oatmeal. I heat it for 2. But the preparation will work, like putting the oatmeal in the bowl, adding the milk, butter, and some honey. I factor that in as well. There's 2 milk in it, and then heat it. Add a little bit more milk to cool it off, and to make it a little bit, nice consistency. Add some butter. Add some honey. Stir it.
Cooking with
3
Lewis.
minutes. Eating takes 3 minutes, so 6 minutes. Do it. Do I feel happy afterwards? No. It's not good. But I'm not hungry anymore. Oatmeal's not bad for you. Unless you have it every single night. What is cheap?
I like oatmeal. I just wish other people in my house would eat oatmeal more often so that I can make it, I'm just lazy about making food for me alone. And since I have to cook for 3, like there's a certain economy of time that I have to employ, I just eat whatever it is, and I'll cook whatever other people eat, because I'll eat pretty much anything nowadays. Mostly leftovers. It's a hard knock life for us.
Food is food, man. Food is food. Thank you, Claire. I agree with the perfection statement that you said.
Perfection does not
Or
exist.
you might want
right.
to
so-
rethink having me on here. I think you're going to lose followers, probably.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. No, it's funny. I have now like 800 subscribers, but I think maybe max 50 of them are actually active. And out of those 50, maybe 20 are loyal backcomers. No, that doesn't sound good.
Backcomers.
Comebackers.
Well, they're the best type. Good job, Laura. I didn't say it. That was all you.
God.
I just pushed it maybe a little bit further. That was it.
Yeah, you just said it again, which is what it takes for something to turn from funny
don't blame
to
me for that.
dirty.
I didn't submit that one in. Everybody heard that.
You're a backcomer. Clara, I don't think we're going to use that anymore, because it's starting to have a...
She just called you a backcomer, Clara.
No, she said she is a comebacker, is I think what I meant to say. A return customer, okay? A loyal returner.
Read what she said and tell me the order in which she said those two words. And that is what you said. You can't undo this. Alright, it is done. Too bad Quildarius Maximus wasn't here. You know, I have all these references for these buildings. These buildings in Nepal, like India, Nepal. They're beautiful buildings, but the architecture is just that I have to. This painting that I'm copying, I can't find any architecture that's very similar to it. It's throwing me off because I don't know. So my parents
I knew he's
traveled.
here. The Quelder is here
good.
in spirit, not in voice.
Hop your ass in voice.
He's probably laughing on the inside.
He doesn't have emotions.
No, I think you were talking about yourself again, Lewis.
What? No, I was talking about architecture, Indian architecture. I can't figure this
Hey,
stuff
he's
out.
here. Hello, welcome back. I think.
Arius.
What were you saying about Indian architecture, Lewis?
I was saying that in the painting that I'm doing, there's a vague design in the painting, but it's very smoothed out. It's not real, and so I'm trying to find this architecture from India. I have these books I'm looking through, and I cannot find anything that's similar to this. It's throwing me off. I want to make it a little bit more realistic than in the painting. So anyway, it's not relevant to pretty much anything here. It's just kind of a statement, side statement of frustration / determination that I will fix this. But
I'm sure you'll find something. Where are you looking for references, Lewis?
So I have a book. It's a magazine, The Compass, The Hospitality Manager. It's on India, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. I don't know how to say that. Maldives. Anyway,
Maldives?
my parents. Maldives is Maldives.
Maldives? Okay. Okay, now
But then
they're
my
straight,
parents also had
right?
a book. So the camera is at a slight angle where the left side of the drawing is appearing a little bit closer, so it's hard to tell. But I think it probably is. If I'm looking see the side, yeah, it looks straight to me. I factor that in.
Why don't you just use Google?
Yeah.
The internet, you know?
Yeah.
Shut up. How dare
The
you
World
reason with me?
Wide Web.
Alright, fine. Try it. Well, Quadarius, while you were gone, we solved Laura's webcam problem. So now we're gonna have a webcam on her face. We are, aren't we, Laura? Yes, we are,
Mhm.
Lewis. We are. It's gonna up your stream tenfold.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's gonna do the reverse. That means I have to put on
No.
makeup and wash my face?
You don't need to. I don't do that stuff.
Where it says James Charles has sisters, PewDiePie has the bro army, and Laura has the back army.
So you
Oh.
did you hear that when she said it?
I kind of walked in on the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm never gonna hear the end of this.
People who come back, right?
I mean, that was the intent, and
That's
then
what
it
she
just
tried to say.
it
Yes.
just turned into something really dirty.
Yeah. She just called her faithful, loyal viewers backcomers. This is great.
English is
Love
not
it.
my first language, so if you know a second language, then you can
We
criticize.
know. We know. It's Chinese. It's Chinese.
And no matter how many years I'll have lived in the US, this will always be my my motive for any sort of misspoken words.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I have a reason
Charm.
for being illiterate.
No. There's nothing wrong with that. You handed us a little nugget of gold, and we're being good friends, and we're taking and running it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Did you just call us friends, Lewis?
I was referring to the other humans. I meant to say humans. There's no such thing as friendship. There's one thing I've learned on this dark, dreary rock.
Oh God.
Oh, enlighten
Friends
us.
don't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I just did. Friends don't exist. There's humans, and you one up them before they can one up you. That's how I live my life, and it's worked great for me.
Hi.
It's freaking architecture. I swear, I'm finding nothing. I'm coming up with nothing.
What do you mean? What kind of architecture? Is it like temple architecture?
Yeah. Is the Taj Mahal? Let's look that up. Taj Mahal.
Man. Can you send me the picture on Discord? I'll help you out.
Sure.
Because you're my friend or anything, but you know.
Because you're not.
You're a human. Enacting an action.
Only because
I'm just trying to one up you.
only
A
because
superior
Queldar
human.
has more compassion than you. Wants to show you how much more compassion he has than you do.
I want
Compassion
to
is a
win at
weakness.
compassion.
Compassion is definitely a weakness.
Weakness, for sure. Hi.
There we go. Let me see if there's a better picture.
Okay.
Who's James Charles?
You don't know who James Charles is?
Oh my
gosh.
god,
Oh my gosh.
Lewis.
Charles Search is a Dickinson. Okay, is an American beauty YouTuber and makeup artist. Oh my gosh, how could you not know this? While we're,
He
Did you grow
just
up
found
under a
that out.
rock?
You just found that out, Lewis.
This guy.
You
is
had to
weird.
Google him to know who he is.
I did. I was googling him. I was trying to get you back for the remark yesterday. It's all about revenge. That's what life
Lewis,
is. Okay.
you should have a little more self-confidence rather to bash somebody because they did you wrong.
Well, I have an abundance of self-confidence, which is why I bash people.
Conversation. But you didn't
No,
hear
it's
that
my-
from me.
A masculinity that's, huh?
But you
just
didn't
said
hear
it.
that from me.
You literally just said it. Don't tell me. Ooh, I found something. This
I
doesn't
sent you
help.
something too.
Did you find something?
I sent you something.
Oh, you did? Cool. Where'd you send it?
Discord.
Discord? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I see. How'd you find this?
Because I'm a genius.
Ooh, makeup videos.
Well, I noticed from the picture that there's plaster on the wall.
You
So I
figure
just
that one
looked
out by
for-
yourself?
Well, you obviously didn't, so
So who do you
so I
watch,
googled
Clara?
plaster.
What kind of makeup videos do you watch? Actually, I've seen some pretty cool, they're quite satisfying makeup videos, and especially makeup removing videos, and you can see how people actually look underneath. That's pretty scary. But yeah. I learned to what's his name? Well, I forgot. It's a makeup YouTuber guy who I turned him into an alien a couple months ago. Do you guys remember? I also posted on Instagram.
Somebody
I
turned
know what
into
you
an
mean.
alien?
Yeah, I turned what's his name? He's got a woman's name, I think, because he dresses up like a woman a lot.
Yeah.
And he has his own makeup collection and stuff. Jeffree Star, that's it. And he was pretty fun to draw. He's got very nice features. But anyway,
Why does he dress up as a woman? He just does.
because for fun, you know, because he's
Fun,
an
gotcha.
eccentric, and I don't know why people do what they
I-
do.
Gotcha.
People are weird.
People are
People are
weird.
strange.
Samantha
Yes.
Ramdal. Nice. Yeah, I like funny people, is what I like. Well, this guy isn't particularly funny, but I do like funny people. I mean, that's why we're hanging out with Lewis.
Mm.
I don't know if he means to be funny, but he is.
Funny looking.
Totally 100% serious. What are you talking about? Quadar, question. What do you call those like squiggly things? What is it? Arches? Is it an arch? Like a Indian arch? Or a
Oh,
porch?
like Moroccan sort of.
Archway. Yeah,
Archway.
kind of Moorish kind of style.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Archway, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
there we
finding
go. We
more.
got a lot of stuff now, yeah.
Yeah, it's useful.
Yeah. Because Indian archway, if you type that in a lot, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I guess I could have figured that out. There's
Archways
these
are.
colors.
Love archways. It's gonna be cool.
Interesting. Is that?
Also, they have the little
Just keep
turrets or whatever sticking out of the wall. You know, I saw those in the reference as well.
I think that is a lamp. Give me a sec. Be right back. Hello? No way.
Qu'est-ce qui se
back.
passe, Louis? What's happening?
Huh?
I said, qu'est-ce qui se passe?
I got a phone call. I got a phone call from some dude saying he was Marissa. Saying like my
What?
car warranties expire, which they keep on
Ah,
doing because it's some
yes.
scam. I think yes, get it every day.
I get those too.
But I'm serious. It was a dude saying he was a Marissa. I said, okay.
Yeah.
Hung up. It was automated. It wasn't a real person, but I still would have hung up because I don't have time for that.
Yeah. Don't got time for friends. Don't got time for
Clara,
anyone.
wasn't
Exactly.
Clara, wasn't there like a huge drama with Tati Westbrook and James Charles and the other one? Pretty sure.
Tati Westbrook. I don't know any of these people. Should get more cultured.
Rose watches somebody who she's like, I mean, it's a chick who does makeup and she tells stories at the same time as she does the makeup, which I actually watched a couple of those, and it was interesting seeing her transform because you can do a lot with makeup, and as a guy I don't think about that as much, but that was cool. But also her story, she was a very good storyteller, and she was fun to watch. I don't know her name though. She was, I think, this blonde hair chick. I don't know. Find her name out for you. Clara probably knows if she watches that type of stuff though.
Yes, you know your beauty guru drama. That's where Louis gets his haircuts and makeup before his live streams. He's got like a whole crew behind the scenes that we don't even know about. Pump up his biceps and oil them and everything. He's like a little more to the left.
It needs more. Left bicep needs more air. But I wish I had a crew because my hair, seriously, I cut my own hair, and I actually watched part of the stream yesterday. Like every once in a while I'll just go through and see if like everything was okay, and I noticed the back of my hair. I did a really good job with it, I have to say.
It's the funniest thing, Louis.
I shaved.
What?
Yeah. Like I cut my own hair.
I do
literally
too.
cut my own hair. The back of it I had to do.
Jeez.
Do you really?
Yeah.
But
I've been cutting my whole hair
But yours is
since
easier because it's
forever.
But you just buzz it. You buzz it.
Dude,
See, I
when was
style
the
it 'cause
last
I'm
time you
stylish.
looked at my... Okay, I need to get a camera. I don't buzz
No,
the
because
whole
you don't
thing,
have a freaking
dude.
camera.
I've got like a mohawk and stuff.
Oh, you do?
Oh my
Hey,
god.
I had a mohawk once. Did I tell you this? So when I was over in
you, Louis.
what? Did I ever tell y'all that I used to live over in Italy? Did I ever say that to you? I don't know if I mentioned that I've been to the Florence Academy.
I don't know. Tell
Please
us
don't.
more.
So my friends and I decided that we were all going to grow mullets over the summer, and so we grew our hair out long over the summer and came back, and we started in October. So we all shaved our hair into mullets, but everybody was doing mullets, and so I did a mohawk and then spiked it, and we dressed as trashy as we could and went out. Like our goal was to go out and just to normal places and just hang out or whatever, but we didn't time it right because there was a hippie rally the day that we went, and everybody was like that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, it was the one hippie rally that was there. Like I've never, it was insane. So we fit right in. It was very disappointing. But I kept the mohawk but then I felt like, no offense, Laura, I just felt dirty. I had.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
You
pull it
Clara
off.
I didn't
has
pull
a
it off.
theory that one of the reasons why she's stronger in drawing portraits than other things is because I look at my own face so much when I apply makeup. That is very good theory.
We're going back to the mohawk thing. I'm not gonna let that go.
Okay, call me dirty another time.
No, you're not. Mine was. It didn't. It look. You pull it off. I don't pull it off. I look like an idiot with it. You look good with it. There's a difference. Some people can pull that off. And I
Anyway,
cannot pull it off.
so
I
have
know,
heard that,
Louis. Yes,
I've heard
Qualdor.
that watching makeup tutorials has helped with understanding the planes of the face.
Does it really?
Yeah, because like they know how to apply makeup to accentuate certain features and make others,
Mm-hmm.
blend in more, I guess, or
Yeah.
recede more. So they have a very good understanding of the optics of the planes of the face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Actually,
it makes
very good
sense.
point.
How's your building search going, Louis? Did you find what you're looking for?
It's coming along. I think I did. And I think it's one of those things where I'm totally overthinking it because I pretty much have what I want. I just need to refine it a little bit. That's all. It's just it's look, it's pushing that level of detail so it doesn't look fake, but I do think I am overthinking this. Calder, are you smoking something? Was that you?
Oh
breathe
no, I did the just like a
I
stress
see.
response or something. No, I wasn't smoking anything.
Oh, gotcha.
Hmm.
Are you stressed out? Did I stress you out?
Do you think you're so important, Louis, that you can stress me out?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Very. I control everything, and everything
Clara
revolves around
says,
me.
Clara says a crack in the perfection that is Lewis. He cannot pull off a mohawk.
I can't.
That's
You know,
funny.
I'll try to find you that picture.
Louis, let me tell you a funny story. So,
Uh,
I don't know why Sam doesn't get your notifications when you go live. He only gets the notifications like at 6 o'clock at night. It's really frustrating
Oh,
to
yeah?
him. But anyway, he's kind of upset that he can't join your lives, even though he's at work. And
oh.
but he saw you the other day, yesterday, or
Uh-huh.
yeah, you were on the stream, and he's like, "Is that Louis?" I said, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh no, did he cut his hair?" I'm like, that was a wig, Sam. It wasn't. Louis has short hair. It's like all clean cut and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's so lame.
Is that what he said?
It's a little disappointed. Like,
That is
Sam,
funny.
that was a woman's wig.
It was a woman's wig.
Ah,
Story behind that.
You
yeah.
break people's hearts with
Oh, I
your
know.
short hair and prim, proper attitude.
Well, if he saw my other videos, he saw the hair of the other guy, like me, normal. Like I'm in it too, like with short hair, and then, so I mean, there's evidence. I guess what I'm saying, but you can do so much with wigs. Honestly, I just figured that out. I actually have some very good ideas coming up too.
Cool. Nice.
It
Qualdor,
involves elf ears.
you're on your way on being a true beauty guru expert. That's nice.
Darius.
Do you ever use makeup, Qualdor?
No, I just watch YouTube videos about drama on YouTube.
There is, honestly, I never want to get involved with any of that stuff ever. You hate,
No.
it's kind of the stuff you're like, I just want to
Take a shower.
watch that stuff. It always makes me feel sick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it makes you feel dirtier than having a mohawk, right?
You are really pissed off that I said that. Fine, be pissed. Take it that way.
I'm amused at the very best. Just slightly amused. Not even a lot. But it makes me laugh, so I keep saying it.
Yeah.
That's
I need
funny.
to show you. Like, it just doesn't. It. I'm telling you. I think you know what I'm saying. Like, some people can pull that off. I can't. I don't think I can. Maybe I could now. I was younger then. I just looks like. It just looks so out of place with me.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
I think
understand.
this counts as YouTube drama, actually.
Wait, this? Oh, OMG. He said my mohawk is dirty. That bitch. Drama. At the same time, yeah, I hate drama. I never want to be involved in drama.
You just want to make the drama, not get involved in other
then step
people's
back.
drama.
Exactly. I want
Yes, Lewis, there is
reap the
evidence.
benefits
Hmm?
of what? Go on.
There is evidence that you have 2 different hairstyles with the wigs, but the question is, bum bum bum, which one is real?
Well, it's easier to make your hair longer than it is shorter,
No, it's not.
right? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Laura.
you can
Ask Clara.
cut your hair, but you cannot grow your hair. You can cut your hair faster than you can grow a hair. Am I right? Like, come on. I know from expertise that it's so
Yeah,
easy
you
to
can.
cut
You
your
can
hair.
make it exactly. But in my video, I have a short-haired me and a long-haired me every single video,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
I cannot possibly cut my hair and then grow it out within each video, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all not getting what I'm saying?
I thought there
I'm
were.
hearing your words.
Surrounded by idiots. It's like Spaceballs, remember? We're surrounded by assholes. Keep firing, assholes. It's a great movie. Classic, actually.
Oh, that's right. Clara says we don't know that your short hair could also be a wig. It's possible.
Right?
How?
Yeah,
How would I
maybe-
cover up
Maybe
that
you're
luscious
bald under
mane?
there. Maybe Lewis still
I hope I
has a
don't get bald.
mohawk under there that he's ashamed of.
My dad has lost his hair. I always pretend to wax his head for him. I would deserve to be bald, but I don't think I am. I think I'm going to beat nature on that one. So you said your hair looked good in the back. With that in mind, more likely a wig. Oh, no, you can't make it look. Look, that was close to the skin. Clara, look, do I have to explain wigonometry to you? Like, that was close to the skin. All right. Did you see like any mesh? You didn't. You saw hair follicles beautifully growing out of a perfect section of my perfectly sculpted head. Okay? That's what you saw. That's what you observed. You experienced it in real time yesterday. Right? Don't wig me. Damn it. A high quality wig. You know what? Some people. See what y'all have done. This is
We've
your fault.
exposed you. But you said you like to be exposed. You're like totally into the self-exposing business.
Just because I'm naked right now doesn't mean I want to be exposed. Okay? I
Doesn't
just feel
it?
good
You
drawings.
asked for it.
I didn't ask for anything.
that
See?
went a little dark,
There's no such thing as friends.
right? Yeah. They say they're your friends and then they call you dirty,
Make fun of your wig.
right? Or your real
you're
hair
right.
or anything.
I'm like about to go
Or
live
whatever it is.
with you and show you my freaking wigs and pull my hair for you. Which I won't do. Because I don't need to prove myself to anybody. I'm totally confident.
Exactly.
Stupid arches. So hard.
I feel your
What I
pain,
wanna
Lewis.
do right now.
Buildings are difficult. Hmm.
It's just, yeah.
No hate. I think you invested in a really high quality short wig and your long hair is very luscious and blonde too.
Wait, who's that, Clara?
She
No
called
hate.
you blonde, which we all know is not a compliment.
I should dye my hair blonde and just become some.
And that's coming from Clara, which is a really nice person.
Is she though?
I think so.
This is what you bring out in people. Louis.
Yeah, yeah. Even the nice people.
I mean, Laura's practically a saint. I mean, come on.
A saint. That's hilarious. Just goes to show that you
she's
guys.
like Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes, just because I'm short and have a weird name.
Mischievous.
Mischievous.
And you're
Burn a hole in the ground when you say your name.
also ominous. Very ominous.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm stepping back, viewing it from a distance like we're supposed to do. It's working. It's looking good. I like it. All right. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Claire's like, hey, I'm actually a blonde.
She is. Well, you can tell in her little profile picture. She has blonde hair there.
I thought it's more like
Wait, that's red.
yeah, like a
She has
reddish,
a hat on.
a reddish hair. I thought you're a red-haired lady, Clara. Oh, because you dye
She
it.
dyed it. See, Clara, who's fake now? Yeah,
Who?
burn.
What?
Clara is.
It doesn't even make any
She
sense.
is hiding her true color of her hair.
Aren't we all?
No, I'm not.
I'm not.
You're
I don't have
hiding
anything to hide.
behind the screen. You're not even showing yourselves.
That's because Queldar doesn't have technology.
Maybe he doesn't want to
He just has
be
Discord.
seen with us.
Well,
Have you thought
would
about that?
Also makes sense. I have. All right, this is making sense, kind of.
Yeah, it's a painting. Yes. I don't.
Screw it,
you
time
know.
to take matters.
Nothing. I wasn't saying anything.
Started to say something, and then you thought better of it.
Oh, I see. It's okay. Little artistic improvisation.
So I'm just thinking, if this gentleman likes this painting, I'm just going to copy the architecture that's in it and just trying to make it look believable. That's my goal at this point.
Clara, you
Oh,
know,
you
we were
colored it
just
red
joking.
for
We were just joking about the hair colors and everything. We never ever insult anyone because we love
Talk
everyone
for
here.
yourself. Speak for yourself.
I am.
for
I am.
yourself.
I know. I am. Yeah.
Claire, I'm on your side. I mean, I don't even know these people really.
Queldar, you're a bat.
You're a bat, Queldar.
A bat.
I guess.
Yeah.
At least I'm not a backcomer.
Actually, you do fall into that category based off of how she, you know. It's just the truth. I hate drawing. Gosh, the power almost went out.
Okay.
What the hell?
Hang on. What am I doing here? Okay. That's that. And then that's that.
I think you should put an Indian building in it and feel my pain. What is this? Ooh.
Yeah, me and Clara are gonna watch. We're gonna do react videos to YouTube drama videos.
That's cool.
You do react videos.
No, I was thinking of doing reaction videos. Those are really popular. Like, I have this little art book that is so outrageous. My artist friend John and I were really making fun of it. He actually gave it to me. It's a little art book that has, you know, like art from throughout time. And we're just laughing at the things that people called art and what makes it out there, you know? It's just ridiculous. Like some things.
Stuff like that today too.
There's
Lots of it.
there's some really beautiful art in there, but some is just
Insane.
you need to react to this live stream. Please don't. Oh, that would be bad. Bad for business.
Bring it. Bring it. Let's do it. Bring it.
All I can say is that I hope that this guy doesn't know what all these buildings are, because I'm totally improvising here. Like, I can't even make out a lot of these because they're so, the picture is so blurry. Have to
Just squint. Laura, squint.
like, I squint, but I need to put in the details, and then yeah, maybe I should do that for a change right now.
You just,
I even forget where I am.
Honestly,
Honestly.
you see the skyline, instead of drawing the buildings, just like look at that as an abstract shape. Went down, count 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, skylines. Don't look at the individual buildings, just look at the big shapes and draw the sky itself. That'll help. Seriously, it'll help, because I know how difficult that is. You gotta flip your eye back and forth to the buildings and the actual sky. This abstract shape, right? If you can count, for example, like 5 clumps of buildings or something, right? And space them out properly, and you squint down, you unify, and then you can kind of open your eyes up and start, like, once you get those shapes, you can start etching out the individual buildings within the clumps. And that's how you get the buildings, instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's all over the place. That's really hard to do. Like, I can't do that.
I think that's what I did too when I started, and now I'm just
Oh, then you're good.
refining, I suppose.
There you go. You got it. Oh my gosh.
The reaction video would go something like this, and I'm going to just stop this right here. This drama regarding the mohawk. What was he thinking?
Huh?
It's gonna be a lot of she said what?
Like,
Hey, I am honest with you.
and then somebody
I am
would
honest.
Photoshop your face with a funny, you know, they would take a screenshot from your crazy videos, and then they would
Yeah. Mohawk me.
mohawk you. Yep.
You don't need to. I'll actually show you the picture of me. I have it. It's not
Cool.
great. I'm totally talking it up. It's just a mohawk.
You want to send it to me so I can put it on the live stream? Just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. I don't care. Honestly, I do not care. I don't care. If you want it, I'll give it to you.
I think that's a little too much effort.
Probably is.
But, you know, send it to me. I might laugh. Isn't that the
Thanks.
reason?
Thanks, Laura. Huh? Yeah.
Clara, see, Clara's in charge of the photoshopping. We already have people for this
Right.
job. There we go.
I think I have it on this computer. Let me check. I might actually have it here. Let's see, maybe not.
All right, Clara, it's done. We're doing this.
Y'all are
There.
doing a reaction video for
Clara
it?
and
All right.
Queldar YouTube channel. That'll be fun.
Oh, I don't have it on this. I have it on one of my hard drives. Wait.
I'm getting a lot of background noise. Is that Lewis?
I'm getting it too. I don't think it is.
Really? Oh, I hope it's not my.
One second, let me check.
Staticky.
Mm,
No, it's Laura's because her thing's lighting up.
hmm.
Hmm.
Clara, do you hear background noise? I don't know. I forgot my microphone on last time I did the stream. I think for like 2 days. Clara says she doesn't hear the background noise. Is it bothering you guys? Lewis
I'm
and
fine.
Queldar? Okay. As long
when
as
I was
the
listening to your
YouTube-
stream, yeah, I couldn't pick it up on your stream. Your stream sounded good.
Okay, good.
So
That's fine. As long as it's not bothering you guys and it's not on the
oh,
stream.
that's good.
No,
Coolsies.
Well, says
Coolsies.
properly.
Are you guys familiar with the work of J.C. Leyendecker?
I'm not.
JC Lindick.
No.
He's
Hang
like
on.
a mid-20th century illustrator. He has a really cool style.
Oh yeah,
Oh, let me look. Oh, that's cool.
that is really cool. Actually,
like
that,
it.
yeah.
See, I like this kind of clean
Yeah.
art. I really like, it's contrasty and clean. I like clean art. Not very much into.
Yeah, I want to do some studies in his style.
Mm-hmm. Love the way he does clothing. Cool.
Yeah, it's like really graphic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Old school
It looks
illustration.
like early 1900s too. Actually,
Hmm.
JC Lindicker. So Gentine asked about the what was it yesterday? The movement. What movement was it?
Well, he said
Gosh.
kitsch, but I never thought of kitsch as a movement. Yeah, I just
Yeah, kitsch is
It
a
came
style.
up as a movement.
I
Yeah,
mean-
it came up. How do you spell it?
K-I.
KITSCH.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kish. Okay. Yeah, it actually does come up as movement. I'm gonna read all
Huh.
about this.
Interesting.
About. All right. So. I mean. It's a little bit eccentric.
What's that, Lewis? I don't think I heard that. Think.
I said it's kind of weird. This. Yeah. Sorry. Did I cut out?
A little bit.
Okay. So you want me to? I'll read you the
Sure.
off Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Okay. Kish painting is an international movement made up of classical painters, a result of a 24th September 1998 speech and philosophy given by the Norwegian figurative artist Ad Nordrum, later clarified in his book on Kish with Jan Ove Tuve and others. The movement incorporates the techniques of the old masters with narrative romanticism and emotionally charged imagery. The movement defines Kish as synonymous with the arts of ancient Rome or the technique of ancient Greece. Kish painters embrace Kish as a positive term, not in opposition to art, but as its own independent superstructure. Kish painters assert that Kish, I think I'm saying that right, is not an art movement. Okay, so not an art movement, even though this is literally titled art movement, or Kish movement, but a philosophical movement separate from art. So I guess Kish philosophical movement separate from art. Kish movement has been considered an indirect criticism of the contemporary art world, but according to Nordrum, this is not the expressed intention. Sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, it sounds like no one really knows what it is.
Very vague. That's why, like, Gentian is so intelligent.
Yeah.
Finding these movements and such. It's a good kid.
Yeah.
He had posted on his Instagram story his work in progress. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I need to. Okay, so odd nurture. There's romanticism. Okay, Kish is art or other objects that, generally speaking, appeal to popular rather than high art tastes. Such objects are sometimes appreciated in a knowingly ironic or humorous way. The word was first applied to artwork that was a response to. One second. Okay, the word was first applied to artwork that was a response to certain divisions of 19th century art with aesthetics that favored what later art critics would consider to be exaggerated sentimentality and melodrama. Hence, Kish art is closely associated with sentimental art. Kish is also related to the concept of camp because of its humor and ironic nature. Camp is an aesthetic style and sensibility that regards something as appealing because of its bad taste and ironic value. Camp aesthetics disrupt many of modernism's notions of what art is and what can be classified as high art by inverting aesthetic attributes such as beauty, value, goes on.
You know what I associate with Kitsch? Did you see A Christmas Story?
Yeah.
You know the lamp, the leg lamp?
So yeah.
That's
oh yeah.
Kitsch. That's Kitsch.
That is, yeah. I can see that. It's kind of very weird. So it's basically like out of the ordinary, popular over classical. I think I don't know. This is kind of strange.
It's very vague and nobody really knows what it is, I suppose.
I feel like there's a lot of confusion
nuances. Yeah.
So this is why a lot of these movements, like, I'm glad I'm reading up on them, but if you ask me, I'm like, I don't care. I personally don't care.
It's beneath me.
Maybe that's a bad attitude.
No. I don't
Maybe.
think so. Like, everybody's got standards, and obviously our standards are higher than other people's standards, and we don't have to know
Exactly.
every single crap that humans make. Like, there's so much stuff that is simply beneath us, you know? Like,
Yes. Yes.
not to judge.
Everything is, but we're better than them. But we're better.
Yeah, that's not judging at all.
No,
I think
they're just
so.
inferior. Yeah.
No, I think it's okay to have standards, and I think it's okay to look away when something is obviously subpar to like where the culture is going. We're trying to
Oh, definitely.
evolve. Well, let's freaking evolve, not doing, like, okay, so it's nostalgic, so it's traditional or something, like
Yeah.
if it's not relevant, let it go. Like,
Well,
release and move on, evolve.
so one of the mistakes I've seen a lot of painters do is that, like, they say, or they create something that's just horribly ugly and say, "Oh, this is beauty." But the problem is they don't recognize what's ugly. Like, they think everything's beautiful stuff, or they find value in it, and that's why, like, you have such crappy art. Like, people were literally putting, like, shit on walls and saying it's paint or
Yeah.
saying it's art.
Mhm.
That stuff was happening. You have to, recognize that there are such things that are like, there is bad, there is ugly.
Mhm.
Recognize that, and you have to recognize too that sometimes it's not art. Like, not everything's art you say it is. So
Yeah.
see, here's the thing. Here's my thing. I know what I want to do. I know what I think is beautiful, and I think most people you talk to, they don't theorize it. They don't try to be intellectual about it. They don't try to be smart about it. They instantly know what, like, they see something, they're like, that's beautiful. Like, I can't tell you how many people come up to me and say, I just don't understand, like, a lot of the art that's been done today. I'm like, it's bad. They're like, okay, I think so too, but everybody's saying it's great. And I'm thinking, well, and I said, no, inherently that it's just shit. And that's my point, is that
Mhm.
I think there's a lot of art that is just bad. People need to recognize it. They try to intellectualize out of it. So I stay away from that stuff, and maybe to my own detriment, in that I miss some of these movements, or I don't look into things as much as I should. So it's good when people like Jim can bring this stuff up, and then I can look. And I'm not saying that this Kish movement is a bad thing. I'm just saying I don't care. It doesn't strike me as anything that great. It just strikes me as, I don't know. It's a taste, and if people like that stuff, that's fine, right? It's fine.
It's fine.
But
It's fine.
it's fine. But to be honest with you, I'm still ignorant of most of it. We read a Wikipedia page. I'd have to look into it more to fully understand it, and I don't know. I just think people.
Well, this is what I was talking about yesterday. Like, I think that making realistic art nowadays is like within reach for normal people if they want to dedicate their life to it. So, but over the years, I think art schools and the art scene, there's been like this mystique built up around it, right? Like,
Mhm.
you go to art school, you learn these like secrets of art, and not
Mhm.
everyone can do it, and all that kind
Yeah.
of that way of thinking. And now that more and more people can do, traditional art, like it's within the realm of capability for people to do that, they start inventing all these new, quote unquote styles or genres in order to maintain that mystique and that, aura of exclusivity. I think.
That's a good way of putting it, man. Very good way of putting it, actually.
Yeah.
You gotta. I'll say this too. I'll say this. You gotta. Sometimes people are just full of it, and
Yes.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious, and I don't care how good or famous somebody is. I do not care. Sometimes people's ego leads them to start this stuff, and it's just BS. And I don't know.
I
Or they're
totally
just plain
yeah.
wrong with it.
Yeah, I know what you mean,
That
Lewis.
stuff happens.
Yeah, people, and the way artists get famous, sometimes it's not by art, not by talent or skill per se, because I hate the word talent. but it's by popularity and having friends, relations in the right places, and knowing like a deep sense of marketing, knowing how to talk to people, knowing how to talk about your art, because a lot of times art is not just what you see. Art has meaning, and if you can put a deep meaning behind the mediocre art, then that art is way more significant than a masterfully done piece with a person that doesn't know how to explain it, So I think that meaning behind artwork has such significance, and powerful artist is one that can express that in a way that people can understand and not empathize, but connect with those feelings. So and a deep sense of marketing and knowing how to put yourself out there and being open and going out and hustling. It's freaking hustle, You gotta be extroverted for sure, otherwise you can have a marketing agent that can do that stuff for you.
Yeah. It's intense. Like, it's a learning experience, all that stuff. But it's interesting you said what you said. Scott, I was talking to Scott a while back, and he was saying that there's so many and he's not bashing this. He says there's so many well-known artists out there, but he says there's so many that are just like awesome and nobody will ever know about, because they just prefer just doing their thing. And that's I really, part of me just wants to do that. Like, I like being in my studio and just working, right? I like doing videos and stuff, and I like doing the live streams, and I love teaching people, but the thing I love doing most is just painting. And a lot of people, that's all they do, and they're just amazing, and nobody will ever know about them because they're not good on social media. They don't like, a lot of them aren't even on Instagram, right? And but they know they're like much better painters than most people on Instagram. There's some amazing painters out there, artists and such, and they just keep quiet. They keep quiet.
Clara says realistic art doesn't equal good art. Photographs can capture things very well, but doesn't make it good. And I find that there's some. I'm in this Facebook group, I am an artist, and what you would see people do there, they're self-taught artists. They call themselves, that's what they say. I'm like, a self-taught artist. They put this incredibly hyper-realistic portrait with a ballpoint pen that looks absolutely photorealistic and incredible, And I think they must have spent hundreds of hours on this thing, and it's beautiful, but you can take a picture, I'm just saying, it's not that it's not useless, and somebody may buy that, but just saying, use your skills and do something beyond what's been done, do something new. I think art is about creating different things and creating something new, that's not been done before, and novelty, in my opinion. I mean, it's very good practice, Louis, to copy, to do artist copies and stuff like that, to develop your skill. But beyond that, an artist, in my opinion, is somebody who expresses something skillfully, Yeah, that's me.
Interesting. So Adrian Gottlieb was one of my friends at the Florence Academy of Art, and he was teaching at the time I was there, and I actually had told him, I said, I love your work. It looks like a photograph, and he was he was a little bit, I don't want to say he was insulted, but he said, look, he says, you don't want to have things totally photographic for basically the reasons that you're talking about. And he said, as an artist, you're supposed to really put yourself in and reach beyond that and express something with it, which takes it away out of the realm of photography. You have the veil of paint that differentiates it from photography. So to just draw what you see is not always a good thing as an artist. He says, now in learning, when you're learning, you want to be able to do that because you're exercising your skill. And when I first went over there, that the artists, they would say, look, this isn't really an art academy because we're teaching you the cold language, like just the calculated language of how to be an artist, right? The skills you'll need to express yourself. But then it's your job as a painter, as an artist, right, to go beyond that. And that's a very hard thing. It's almost abstract, but it's not. It's, you need to know the basic skills. You can't stop there, right? You cannot
agree.
stop there. Otherwise, you can wow people with the technique, but then it's going to stop there. It's not going to go beyond that.
Yeah,
And
like
it's not
what's
gonna
the
move people.
story behind it,
Right. And sometimes there is. Sometimes there is a story. And that stuff, is very, it's when people can make it work, it's great. But if you're just, that's why my thing is, I was trying to say this yesterday, like you'll hear oftentimes like, oh, the beauty of a brush stroke and this and that and blah, blah, blah. It only takes you so far. Right. And so you got to have a deeper reason as to why you do that and do it, and puts more reason behind the work, not just for the sake of it having a reason, but it's going to move people and help, push people forward and advance the human condition, in my opinion, like lifts people up. That's what I like about painting, right? You can really change a person's life with it. You really can. It sounds like corny. It really does, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
So, but you have to, you have to be trained, and you have to know how to make that leap. And Sir Joshua Reynolds, actually, in Discourses on Painting, or Discourses on Art, spoke about this, and he said, for this type, particularly the academic training, it's 8 years at least of work. He says, and it takes a very weak mind to let that stop his artistic endeavors, right? So in other words, like when you go into studying, you are very inspired, right? And you're like, I'm going to be this great painter. I'm going to do this. I have all these ideas. I just need to learn how to do them. That's what you do going into it, thinking, okay, I'm going to be, and I'm not saying that this is a good thing. You want to have that. So then what you do, you go through all this study, and what you find when you're studying, you're deadening yourself, your artistic self, because you're simply observing. You're learning you're learning English, you're learning the language, and it can be very dead.
Yeah.
Okay, and so then if you do that for 4, 5, 6, 7 years, you've developed a habit of being that. So then you need to go back in and tie in the artistic part of you. You have to first pull that back up, because oftentimes it's been dormant for a while. This happens. You take that, and then you have to tie that into your teachings. All right, so it's a process, right? But you have to recognize that. So there are two things. You can't just go into it saying you want to be an artist, learn the skills, and then it deadens your artistic senses, and then go from there. And you're making technically beautiful pieces, but they don't say anything, right?
Yeah.
Or they don't have heart. They don't have that heart, and you can tell in the work. So it goes exactly with what you're saying. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah. Clara says photography is obviously an art as well. Agreed. Art is subjective, but to me it's sharing your exploration and interpretation. Yes, absolutely. And thank you for the compliment. I agree. I think, a lot of it is, what is art but an artist just wants to share something, I saw something and I wanted to share it with you, I think this is pretty. I think you should enjoy, have the feeling of awe that I felt when I saw this. Or here's what I thought about today. I wrote a story, or I made a picture and I wanted to make your day. So yeah, definitely an exploration and a sharing of an inner world, I suppose, or an outer world. You know, if you take a picture of a cool spider web in the morning dew with the sun catching on it, that's pretty magical. And it's totally worth it. And not all art necessarily has to have a deeper meaning. I think if something is just beautiful, that takes you in, and like abstract art or anything naturey, really, it takes you in and it just allows you to experiment if a feeling of escapism or of enjoyment or pleasure or whatever it is. You know, art is supposed to make you feel something, I think. And I think most good art does, you know, even if it's just the pleasure of seeing a pretty face, or I don't know what I'm saying.
I think that I think that having intent behind your art, you know, whether it's a very simple message like, you know, the beauty of the dawn or whatever, I think having that intent actually also helps you tie the image together more successfully. Like if you're just reproducing with no cohesive feeling behind it, I think the image actually suffers for it.
That's very well said.
And it also helps you to develop as a person and an artist, to, you know, because if you're like an artist and you want to be a professional one, maybe an artist statement, like you write what makes you tick, you know. People like that. People like stories, and if you can express that, and if you can tell the story behind your art, that's worth a lot. Very true.
And that reminded me of Daniel Graves had said, if you aren't into the work, it's going to show all over the painting. And so, you know, it's funny because, like, again, the technical side of things is totally tied into the artistic side, because that's what you're using. That's the tool you're using to express the art. You have to have both of them in sync. And that's one of the things, is that as a human, if you're doing anything in life, not just painting, you're going to make small little compromises to get done with something that you don't want to do, and it's going to show in some form or another. And painting is very particular. Like, you can tell the paintings that you know, you can tell the paintings that the people were really into, that they put their heart into, and it might not even be technically as good as some of the others. Maybe that's kind of one of the cool things about it.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I think at the end of the day, painting is obviously used to express your dominance over people, your intellect. So I think this is kind of futile conversation. I think
that's the bottom line.
Bottom line.
Is
that we artists are superior to.
I think if your painting doesn't make everyone around you feel worse about themselves than you,
then you haven't accomplished anything.
Painter.
Right.
Well, you haven't, and you need to work on yourself more.
On your own suffering, so that you can share that with people, to tell them what awful things they are, you know, like what unworthy worms.
Look, you need to always come from a place
superiority,
dominance, and you just know that you're better than these idiots that are classified as humans, you know, scientifically classified as humans.
I know, but here's the conundrum, you know? We know we're superior. Do we really give a shit about having to expand that effort? Like, what is it? Are they even worth it?
Well, no, they aren't. But the reason why we do it is because we are compassionate. We care. We care. And we need them to understand reality, because if there's any chance of them improving, it is through us. And otherwise, we're just going to be surrounded by morons.
So overall, we are for the benefit of mankind. We're just a little tough love, a little bit like Lord
Because without
Vetinari.
There's no such thing as love, but yes, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Having art that captures emotions is super powerful. So true. A lot of people connect with that. Got a really art philosophical stream today. Yeah, we do.
I
Yeah,
think
you
we're
might not
turning
want to
into
listen
an
too carefully with it.
I think we're turning into an art podcast here.
I know. I was thinking we're so like Proco. We're like totally Proco.
Watch out, Proco.
Watch out,
Hey,
Proco. We're coming up hot.
We're coming in hot, Proco. Time to dethrone your ass,
Gosh.
Proco. Try
Right.
to do good for artists. This is what you get. Hey, Caldar, where did you say you got your references from? I was in the car when you were saying that. I missed it. Stream was cutting out.
It's called Croquis Cafe.
Croquis, like
Croquis.
CROQUI.
Q-U-I-S.
Croquis. What?
Croquis. Oui.
Wait, how is it spelled? CROQUE?
Q-U.
Q-U-I-S.
Yeah.
QUIS. Croquis. Okay.
Did you not take
Okay.
French in college, Louis?
Oh, because
Aren't you
everybody
European?
speaks. What?
No, because you're American.
Did you learn 5 languages like we did?
Right?
Hey, I speak redneck, man. That gets me around where I need to be.
Only when you stuff your shirt.
I can speak.
Or your
cow.
pants. I don't know.
Stuff my shirt. Hey, that's very high quality pageantry that I have going on.
I know. You're hilarious. You gotta do some more of your... Do more shorts, more funny shorts, Louis.
Yeah, I will. Like I look. I know I always say this. I really had a lot of stuff happen last couple of weeks that really backed me up again. But I think it's good. I know I've fallen off the wagon with that. But I actually last night I was writing the scripts, so not giving up with that. I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, I'll do some like shorts stuff.
Yeah.
Do one
Because
today.
shorts are really the way to get more people to find you. And then the people who like your vibe are gonna subscribe, and then you're gonna have more people maybe on the streams and stuff to get to know you better. Like,
Awesome.
I don't know, maybe. And then you keep doing your
Caldar.
longer videos.
I know. Hey, Qualdar, give me a topic. Short. What's short?
A
Topic.
short topic.
Really quick.
So
You're
you
really putting me on the spot here.
right, you didn't even
Well, you
ask
can think
me,
about it. I'll
and
give
you're
you 5
my
seconds.
guest.
No, Laura, too. You.
I know.
Louis
What
said,
is
"Come
that,
on."
the Louis
Ask me
Cadetti stream? You notice, Laura, that whenever Louis joins, he just takes over completely.
mean to. That's why I said it's probably not a good idea that you had me on.
It's
I'm
like,
I'm not
before you-
trying to.
So Clara, the Croquis Cafe, it costs $36 a year, so $3 a month, and you get thousands of photos, and they keep adding new ones every month as well. So I think
way.
it's totally worth it. Like if I compare it to other websites where they sell like photo packs and stuff, usually you're paying at least $5 or if not 10, $12 for a single photo pack. And this is like $36 a year. I mean, that's
So-
about as cheap as it gets.
So what kind of photos do they have? They have a lot of portraits, like people and all sorts of
No,
studies.
this is all life drawing stuff. So it's all classical nude poses.
So naked people,
Yeah.
nudes. Okay.
Yeah. They have some like expressions and like a few action poses, but it's they kind of they threw a few in of those, but it's mostly the classical poses. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
Mhm.
Laura, seriously. Idea of
Yes.
the topic. Do you have an idea?
All
right.
Yes. I got something go for something easy, you know, like start with,
Okay.
for example, how to mix skin colors. That is such a search topic in oil paints. If you just do that,
Yeah.
that can be one topic, and then you can do what kind of oil paints to use or how you clean your brushes. I know they're so basic and boring, but if you make them funny, which you can do, you know, like it can really help people because people are looking for this kind of really bottom stuff. And if people wanted something more advanced, then they can join your live streams. But people are searching for really easy stuff or like beginner stuff. And I should do more of that too, actually. Because I've been just banging my head. What should I do? Something more philosophical, something more deep. Like, people don't give a shit about philosophical stuff. Only I do. Like, stop being deep, Laura. You're just turning off everybody. Nobody wants to hear about your depression or anxiety. You just want to be entertained.
You know what? I think cleaning brushes would be a good one. You know what? I'll do that. I'll whip out Redneck Lewis and we'll get this thing going.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis, I did think of a topic actually. It's
What
like,
do you think?
what would be like the most basic fundamental starter pack for someone starting in oil painting?
That is a
Like,
really
what's the
good
bare
one.
minimum you would need to get just to get started?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's a really good one. Welder.
I had
Clara,
an idea, but it would not be helpful. Okay.
Clara says a studio tour is really nice video content. Tutorials are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love my videos because my personality shines through. You know, my personality. I wasn't really feeling my personality lately, so I wasn't showing myself through, but I'm working on it. I don't know how it's gonna come through this time because I have a lot of them, so I don't know which one you're gonna get this time.
Laura, what if I had been telling you the whole time?
The Russian roulette. Hmm?
No, what if I've been telling you the whole freaking time? Yeah.
Sell yourself,
you know
Laura!
what? Sell yourself. You have a good
Save
personality.
yourself.
It's funny. People gravitate towards that, and you're too afraid of coming off weird, I think, or whatever. And screw that, man.
Maybe that's how I should start my video. Screw you!
Yeah! Screw you! Do it!
I'm coming in hot. Yeah.
Look, you can make it so ridiculous that people know you're not serious.
You totally pull it off. I don't know. Seeing your videos, Lewis, for sure it empowers me to your weird brings out the weird in me, and it really helps me. And especially that collab that we did was really good because I wouldn't have said those things, but hearing you say them, I just let them go because I'm like, you know what? It's off my hands. He said it, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
It's
See,
liberating.
here's the thing. I'm not making you weird. I'm bringing the weirdness out in you. Already, just freaking display it.
Own it.
You know, and back it up.
You know, maybe what I should do is write my scripts when I'm drunk and then not censor myself when I'm actually videoing. Because it gets kind of weird, you know, that drunken confession video. I could barely speak after like a bottle of wine. My lips were all like blah, blah,
here's
blah,
the
blah.
thing. Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that works, but sometimes the only person you're fooling is yourself because you've dulled your senses. Okay? Like, I think you are creative enough. Okay, this is how I work, and you'll work differently probably, but I literally, like, it takes me a while to get into it, but I'll go over in my mind how I want to look. I'll write down the words. I'll change the words in the script. I'll do and I'm sure you do the same thing, but you got to get to that point where you're just ultra creativity to the point where you might have to have Sam filter some stuff. Right? Like Rose in my studio, sometimes she'll say, you can't say that. I'll be like, okay. Right? And you have to get to that point.
Lewis, I
Like,
want
you
to see
have
your
to, like,
videos
just inundate yourself.
uncensored. I want to see your video before you post it, or post a private one and send me the link, and I want to see how one uncensored would look like.
But
Totally.
the thing is, normally it doesn't go out. Look, maybe I'll do an uncensored one for maybe if I started a Patreon and just start doing uncensored ones that would really offend some people, I think. But I personally don't care. I'm not. It would be they don't
Lois,
have a sense of humor.
Look, if you can get people to join your fucking Patreon, then you're a superstar, because I've been begging people for like years, please give me $1. It's only $1 a month.
It's only $1. All right.
It's only
You see how you
$1
sold
a
that?
month.
That's how you need to sell it, though. Right there. That's how you need to sell it.
Like,
I'm serious. Serious, like sell it like that in your next video. Please give me $1. Just be as pathetic as you possibly can. All right, I guarantee you'll get somebody.
I think stop listening to Lewis now, Laura.
This might. Okay, I will admit this might be horrible advice and Clara will probably back this up. She's writing something right now. I mean, it's a disgusting picture. Yeah.
She's like,
Lewis's
Lewis
videos
is.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, yes. That's how bad it's been. Look, I have some bloopers and stuff that I'm gonna put into because some of them are kind of funny, but I always hurt myself.
And people love that.
We'll
Like,
see.
I would watch just the Lewis hurting himself video. Like, marathon, even. Totally. Gonna give you all of my attention for like a whole hour. If you do a Broken Lewis video, I'll totally watch it. Like, you on your back and you on your belly and you just crawling around the floor. How you did that funny time lapse or whatever that was hilarious. I'm like, what the heck am I watching? Is this
flapping.
John
You know that
Dice again?
sound?
That was hilarious.
You know that sound? That was the actual sound sped up. Like,
So good. Have you guys watched or read the book John Dies at the End by David Wong? So good. The audiobook is absolutely worth your time, and even the movie, honestly, it's a really good movie. Not as good as the book, but it's only because they were limited to like an hour and a half. But totally recommended. So funny and creepy. Like, it's a horror story,
Creepy's
but it's
good.
funny.
Creepy's good.
Yeah.
Creepy is good.
But David Wong has has such imagination. He's got a trilogy of John Dies at the End with John and Dave, which are the main characters, and it's all these supernatural things happening in their hometown. You know, with creatures that are lurking in the darkness that only they can see, because they took this drug back then, which is called the soy sauce, and it's this black tar-like goo that has spice and it moves and is alive. And they took it once, and then they have visions of the future, and they can travel through time, you know, like time travel and space, like different dimensions. Really cool stuff, man.
Sounds cool.
It is. So that's what your sped up crawling video reminded me of, one of those creatures from John Dies at the End. Like, am I in a movie now?
Nice. That is
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
That
I
is
used
really
to
awesome.
read David Wong's articles on Cracked. Do you remember that website?
Cracked.
I don't know. What is Clara saying? Lewis could have a series of getting someone from start to finish into oils. Yes, I volunteered to participate in an oil painting boot camp.
All right. I don't mind doing something like that. That sounds actually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. Stupid freaking thing is off. I've been working on this forever. Dang it. All right.
Lewis, we don't like negativity in here. We laugh and curse, but we don't get angry, okay?
Oh,
Curb
you know
your
what?
enthusiasm.
No, you know what? That's life, Laura. Sooner you get that through your thick skull,
Hey,
better.
you're the guest here, buddy.
Oh my
You
God,
need to
right?
listen to her.
Thank you, Queldar.
The guest is
Thank
always
you.
right. The guest is always right.
No,
I'll
we're
remember
not.
that on your next stream.
We're right. Well delivered. Well delivered. I just love Queldar's wit. He says
I
it really
immediately
quickly.
regret
I love it. If only I could think so fast.
He's reading off a script that I gave
Flow
him.
chart.
A Stupid freaking thing. No, what happened was there's architecture in this, which oddly enough, you're working on architecture. I am too. I'm working on architecture, and so everything has to be right, straight up and down and such. And the painting, I had checked it, but it must have moved.
Mm, they do that.
It was straight up and down, yeah. And so I drew everything a little bit crooked, everything. So I have to fix it.
Hey, welcome to Laura. Maybe it's me. That's what I do. I'm always a little crooked.
Stupid freaking. Okay, I can get away with this. No, I can't.
It's okay, Louis. It's okay.
Brava.
Goose fraba, Louis. Goose fraba.
Straba. Straba. Right, there we go. We fixed it. Good. Simple fix. Clara's full of very good ideas.
Yeah. I mean, all the people that are on the stream are high quality and superior people.
Exactly.
Because we have high standards, everybody.
High standards, high standards,
Yes.
high standards.
You know, that's why I think I don't have a lot of friends, you know, aside from you guys. Like,
Uh-huh.
I don't share
Aw.
myself with a lot of people, you know? So,
You
I
have to
feel
have
like,
confidence. You have. That's what I'm saying. You have no reason to not be confident.
right, you
So
know,
I'm
like,
serious. Like,
Jesus
you have a
said,
very
yeah.
good personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like Jesus said,
is
you
it?
know, you don't throw diamonds to the pigs. Or was it emeralds? I don't know. Every time I
Yeah.
think of sharing something with somebody that I know they wouldn't understand, I'm like, it's not worth my time and effort to explain this to this person. Or, you know, because they're
It's
not gonna
funny 'cause-
understand.
Yeah. It's like Earl's the swine, I think. Is
Right, that's what it is.
I never understood that until,
Now.
like, you know, well, yeah, but you should really, look, or what I would do
Mm-hmm.
in your videos,
Mm-hmm.
you have your work, you know what you want to do for the most part, okay? Do a video on whatever it is you want to do, but then your presentation, make it funny as hell and just goofy, but really look at it from an outsider's point of view and try. And because you have the sense of humor that when you cultivate it, it's going to be really, really, like, it's going to work very well, I think.
I think that's what it is. I need to cultivate it because a lot of times I feel so unmotivated to do it. You know, like a lot of times I'm like, oh, I just don't feel like entertaining sometimes, or I don't feel like laughing, or I don't have a joke for this, or sometimes I'm like, what's the point?
So here's the thing though, when you put it out, you'll feel good about it, and that's what you have to focus. Like, if you don't, like, videos that, for example, that one with the cityscape that I did, and I did like a short skit in the beginning, but that was it. I didn't feel good about that video. It was decent information, but it wasn't fun to watch. It's not something that I would watch. And I felt like I just got something out just for the sake of me getting something out, which that's pointless. Why would I do that? So my point is that, like, the humor and stuff, like, most everything you see did not come natural to me. Like, I really brainstorm a lot, and that's just what it takes. Like, and you mess up and have come up with is so corny. You're like, oh, this is stupid. This is not even funny. But when you get in the zone, which I know you can because you have that brain, I can tell, right? Then you can be creative with it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think you can do really, really good stuff with your personality.
Mm-hmm. So Clara is saying, Laura and Lewis, when you work on architecture and buildings, have you tried using perspective points and find that helpful at all, or too much extra work? I usually do perspective, Clara. I usually use 1-point perspective because I've never I just never have practiced the 2-point or 3-point perspective, but I would like to try that. Although for this particular picture, I'm not really seeing perspective. Like, I can see that this is going this way and I'm kind of trying to make everything kind of the same angle. I know they're not. I can't even see in the picture some
It's 2 points here. So you have the horizon, which is like where the water meets the land.
Yeah.
And then one vanishing point is off to the right and one is way off to the left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that goes down. Yeah.
And some of the buildings they're showing their angle towards me, and some are flat. It's just a weird picture. I don't know. But I usually do try to use perspective points. And that is helpful, yeah. I'm not doing it on this one for some reason. I don't know. I hope it'll turn out. I mean, it's gonna give the illusion of whatever this guy wants. So he just wants to feel like he's looking out the window instead of a grungy garage door. So this'll be fine.
I think, I know you weren't asking me, Claire, but I'm going to answer you anyway.
Yes,
but
please.
If you're actually making up a scene from your imagination, then you definitely need to do it, especially for a city.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, otherwise it's just going to look so weird. But like here, if you're copying a photo, then the perspective is baked in already. So.
Yeah, true. Good point, Q. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, you guys can answer things whenever you have, like, and say your point of view, your perspective.
3 1/4. Right there. Yeah.
Are you feeding somebody, Lewis? What are you?
Am I feeding somebody? I'm
Thought I
always
heard-
feeding people glorious knowledge and wisdom.
But
So
I
yes.
heard eat it.
No, I said dang it because I can't do math.
Math?
Eat it painting.
Yes, math.
Have
It's
you?
very frustrating.
I use Google for math, like calculator things.
Oh, so there's this door and it has like, I'm trying to make it look right, and so I have to, there are these 4 squares going vertically and I need to space them out properly. It's 6.5 inches long, like the area, and I have to divide those up into sections of 4, but then there's a divider in between each one. So I don't know how to do this mathematically, and I'm just actually using a so yeah, it's like architecture. It's not 6.5. Let's see here. 2. I'm gonna figure it out though. I am determined.
Yes, we know. We know, Lois. You can figure anything out. Well, I'm not joking. I'm like, for real. I respect you. I think, like, I wouldn't allow you here if I didn't think you were swell.
Thank you,
You're
Laura.
welcome, Lewis.
Okay. Divide this.
Although this is your Discord.
Oh, it's a community's Discord.
Server.
Yeah, that's a good point. See?
She snorts.
But yeah, you did. All right. So this doesn't make sense. Through half?
Yeah, Clara, when I did do a sort of archway painting. I have a mural in my living room that is kind of like looking out through.
Nice.
Let me pull it up from my phone, I suppose. This is what I'm looking for. Hang on.
Suck it. Word. Right. 2, 1, 7. Boom. All right. I'll take it.
Just want to show you how I did this on this one.
Yes.
I don't know. I hope that you can see. Oh, that's gonna be very small. But if you go on my website, you will see the enchanted forest, and I did a sort of. This isn't gonna switch to a side. Okay. So anyway, I have this archway. Let me turn the luminosity up a little bit. And so I have everything pointed down, all these little angles of these, they're pointing down to a specific point. And so all of these little archway thingies in the corners there, you see? I don't know if that's helpful.
Oh, yeah.
But I do use perspective
Pretty
points.
Sweet. Wow, that's pretty sweet actually. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what else I'm doing here. Or what these things even represent. I'm just drawing shapes. I have no idea. It's very confusing to draw something that you don't know what it is, you know? Like singing along to some lyrics that you have no idea what you're saying, and then finding out it's something else.
Horrible.
Just remember when I was younger, you know, in Romania, I didn't know any English at that point when I was like under 10 years old, and I would sing along to Michael Jackson songs like it's black, it's white. I had no idea what that means. Or other things. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I did the same thing with a lot of that stuff. Right. There we go. I think that's good. Leveler out.
Okay, so I think this thing is in here. It's a carousel with a whole bunch of horses. But I can't even see it. It's all blurred out in this picture. Maybe I can find a different one later. I am getting tired though. Of doing this. I think I'm gonna call this soon. This is so much fun though. I don't want to say goodbye because I'm enjoying it.
It's more fun with people.
It totally is. You guys gonna come every time? I mean, you know, whenever you can.
want. I'm getting good work done, actually.
Awesome.
I'll
Cool.
come back even.
As soon as I said it, I knew it was gonna be a Bob Ross's son situation. Oh,
Man,
hilarious.
come on. Almost got it. Yes. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Do you talk to yourself even when there's no one around
I do,
to
yes.
hear it? Yeah.
Because the reason is that oftentimes I am by myself in the studio, and when you're by yourself for a prolonged period of time,
You tend to go
to
insane.
remain sane, you tend to go insane, or or rather, you sound that way, but you're not. You're actually working things out in your mind, and you're talking to yourself, and then you just play it off as normal when you walk out and talk to actual humans. That's what I do. Yeah. Boom. Doorway set. Land next time.
Yes,
dumbass.
Clara. My followers are very dirty people. They probably all have mohawks. Or-
You are so upset that I said that. Totally taking it the wrong way.
I am.
Typical.
Gosh, Louis, if I was upset, I would not mention it. But I am so amused and so confident in my mohawk, which is very clean. And I wouldn't keep a mohawk if it didn't make me feel clean. There's something very special about having a shaved head. It's just a really clean feeling. Especially when I do it, it's like a ritual. It's like a cleansing, you know, so liberating. You guys have no idea if you've never shaved your heads what it means to have a shaved head. Amazing
shaved head
experience. Good.
Yeah.
So Laura, you
Does
say
feel
if you were upset, you wouldn't have said anything. So are you like one of those people that's like, if
Yes.
someone asks you what's wrong, you're like, nothing?
And then
Isn't
their
everybody like
demise.
that? For sure, yeah.
no, they aren't.
You guys are weird. You guys are unnatural.
You're unnatural. Judging.
Yes, I'm introverted and I don't often, if ever, express my emotions. She laughs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said
Yes.
anything because I would have probably been embarrassed or something, but you know, I'm not, so I'm saying it because I love my hairdo. And I
So
wouldn't
it's
have
good
it
that
if
you
it.
feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yes. It is good.
Looks a little bit dirty to me, Laura.
You know what? When I used to bleach my hair and continue to dye it, at one point it got to a point where it felt really dirty. It kept falling because the repeated bleaching and my hair was so brittle and it just didn't feel wholesome at all. So I just shaved everything and I felt again like a hermetic monk. Hermit.
Yeah.
Hermetic? No, hermit.
A hermit.
A hermit.
A hermit.
And then, you know, it's a hair for me is such a ritual. It's totally an expression of personality and character and you know, when I shave it, it's a declaration of asceticism in a way. You know, I go through that stuff every now and then. I go through these abnegation periods where I'm totally clean and free of vices, you know, and I feel so morally superior because, yeah, you know,
are.
the biggest one-upmanship is to be superior to everybody and then to feel it. And then immediately it's like, that in itself is a vanity. So what starts as trying to get rid of vanity becomes the ultimate vanity. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
The
here's
spiritual
thing.
one-upmanship is the biggest one of them all, because yeah.
You're asking a man who takes nude pictures of himself, Laura. I mean, what's he gonna say?
All I can say, you want to know what I'm going to say?
And
This
shares
is what
them.
I'll
No,
say.
mention that.
Okay?
Yes.
Open your ears and prepare to be freaking amazed. That all I look at is when I cut my hair off, it's simply shaving an extension of my glory. Okay? That's how I look at it. I don't look at it as anything past that. Okay? Because I'm a
Did
humble
you lose
person.
power when you cut your hair or something?
Do
think
I
heard
lose
that
power?
somewhere. Yeah.
No, I transfer the power into my own body when I do that.
And there's a
I'm
thing,
ability to do
Lewis.
that, so
My
I actually
power
become more
doesn't.
powerful.
Yeah, confidence and power doesn't lie in hair. It, it resides in something a lot more deeper than keratin follicles.
So yeah, so
Uh-oh.
Clara says that she
Yeah.
agrees with you, Laura.
Mhm.
She's,
Wait. This isn't fair. I literally got cut off when you said what
we're
you
talking
said.
about
and-
Clara now, Louis. We're
No,
talking
I heard
about Clara.
follicles,
We've-
and I
we've moved on.
can't help but think my follicles are under attack.
Okay, Clara says it's very common to go to the grocery store and ask them how they're doing, and then the cashier says their dog died and they're super sad in response. They're super normal. Yeah, when somebody asks you how you are, it's just like a formality. They don't really mean it. Nobody wants to know how you are unless your answer is brief and dry, and it's usually fine, good, well, like nobody wants to go into details.
I always start with, well, let me tell you. I hope you've got a minute.
It's
Do you have
funny
a
that you
minute?
ask.
So somebody was upset with me, like when I was living in Europe, because I said, "How are you doing?" I said, "Good. How are you?" And they're like, "I'm doing all right." And I kept on walking because they said it was so rude that I asked how you're doing, but I kept walking. And so that was the first impression of me. So they hated me for. I never knew why until we finally became friends. And then they said that was why. I was like, oh, that's just like a figure of speech we do. And she's like, yeah, I know that now. I was like, okay.
She was probably
Yeah,
like,
we
that
don't
guy's-
actually care about
We
people.
don't look.
yeah,
We
that
don't care about
shallow
people.
guy that just
People,
asks you how you are but doesn't actually care how you are. Yeah, I know him. He's got a
Yeah,
YouTube
so-
channel.
Yeah, we don't care about you. Oh, that makes it so much better. That makes sense. Okay, we can be friends now. And that's how it worked. It literally is how it worked.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you didn't care. Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you lead with that, be like, look, I don't care. I'm just asking, how are you doing? That's how I ask how you're doing.
You know,
But-
yeah. Go on.
Yes. I was gonna say too, another way of responding is saying "freaking amazing." Say
Mhm.
that to them.
Mm-hmm.
See what they have to say.
Right.
That's like the that's how waiters and waitresses talk in the States, right? Like they're like, oh my god, how are you doing? And you're like, oh my god, leave me alone.
They say that, and in parentheses,
Honey. How you doing, hun? Oh my god, if I hear one more honey or hun, I'm gonna blow their brains out. No
what about
offense.
sweetheart?
Sweetheart. Like, I ain't your sweetheart. Don't condescend to me, honey.
And then you
That's
flip
like the
them off.
worst. One of the worst. Especially if you're a man. No, maybe it
Well-
feels good if you're a man. Somebody called you Han.
little
It's
bit.
probably the only time you've heard that in the past.
Well, then I just
You know.
say thank you, sweetheart. Let's give it right back to them and see their face cringe. And
Yeah.
then you just smile
A man doesn't say sweetheart.
knowingly. No, we say sweet cheeks.
Ah.
Who said that?
I don't know. It was off the.
They're just improvising. See, in American culture at least, sharing excessive emotions is known as emotionally dumping and considered rude and annoying. So true.
Are you?
I had a coffee
Are you reading
barista.
this off Google, right?
No, Clara saying
Oh wait,
it.
no. Clara said it. Okay.
I had a coffee
Sounded like you
barista
were
do that to me one day. Wow. Did you share excessive emotions or did they do that? I just said, okay, well, thanks for the coffee. Maybe I'm a cold person.
Said, okay, well,
So-
thanks for the coffee. Maybe I'm a.
So they emotionally dumped on you, Clara. That's not all right, you know, because only customers can dump, baristas and people who serve should not dump, right? That was a joke. That was a joke.
I was
I
like,
think you're a cold person.
I was at this the first climbing course I did, and there's all these people, and one of the girls, I'm talking to this person for the first time, and she's like, I'm like, oh well, how's it going? And she's like, well, you know, I have some trouble with my boyfriend's family, and I'm just like, where do we go from here? You know, what am I supposed to do with this information?
And what did you do with it?
Was that an invitation or?
I think I was just like, oh well, that sucks, and then I turned around or something.
Do you need somebody to save you, honey?
So you freaked out. You
It was-
freaked out.
It was so random. I was just like so unprepared for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is funny.
We're never
I like
prepared
that.
for people to tell us how they truly feel, because nobody ever feels amazing. Yeah. But then when you can see people that they're struggling and maybe just want to, you know, want
Laura,
them
can
to.
you please just unify that shadow? Just do the whole shadow shape, please, because I'm sorry. It's just I've been thinking about it the whole time watching.
Laura,
Which
You see
one?
that? You see the whole right half of the drawing right there? Can you just erase it?
Oh, which one? This one?
I can,
No, like the whole block under the bridge is dark. The whole entire block.
This?
You know what I mean? Louis, back me up here. Come on, please.
The
Which
block
one? What
under
are
the
we
bridge?
talking.
Yeah, the whole thing is dark, right? The entire. You don't have to show the archways or anything.
The archway.
It's like one dark
Oh, right here?
Splotch.
shape.
There's two
The
archways.
whole- Yeah, but like the whole thing, the whole area is just one dark shape.
Okay. Modeling,
Under
over
that.
modeling, over right here. You're talking about. I'm doing it. You're gonna see it in like a minute. No, in like I did it. I think that's what you're.
That's right. I'm behind. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I'm behind.
Ah, there you go. You're
I
unifying
think that's
Good
it,
job.
right? See, I was zooming in, and when I zoom in, I just
Oh,
go
yeah.
like, ugh. Yes,
Yeah,
thank
exactly.
you. Right.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Alright.
So
There
What's
we
our
go.
time?
Sorry,
that-
Laura. That's
No,
just
no.
my
It's alright.
OCD.
It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you.
all right. So within the time that you were fixing that, Queldar was, giving your little critique. I came up with a solution on how to deal with people this way that I believe is incredibly mature. And you should have done this with that woman, Queldar, instead of just turning away. Which you just point your finger at them and start laughing. They'll get the point across.
Oh my god. See, I didn't actually think that you guys are watching. I thought I was doing this. That's why I was so comfortable. I'm like, you're not actually watching what I'm doing. We're just having a nice conversation, and
I have it.
I
right
don't
up
have to
beside me.
worry about anybody criticizing, but I appreciate
I'm
it. I
sorry.
appreciate it. It's all.
I think it helps the fact that I have that little picture instead of blown up.
Yes,
so
yes,
you
totally.
simplify it automatically.
Yeah.
Laura, have you seen Kingpin?
No.
Mhm.
Okay.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it, Queldar?
Many times.
Okay, so Queldar, you know how Woody Harrelson, he can like listen to a strike and he knows this is a strike by the sound it
Mhm.
makes? All right. So I have Laura's stream up here. I'm watching her shade right now, judging silently. But at the same time, I through Discord can hear her actual hand move. I'm knowing exactly what building she's working on as I hear these movements, just like Woody Harrelson's. That's how I'm looking at the stream. Laura, so no pressure. Good.
You know, I appreciate it. I really do. And if you guys want to give me any advice or any, you know, like pointers, because I know that you can see way better from the distance that I can see right here, because my head, you know, it's like a scientifically known fact other people know better than you and can see better than you can see at all times. Just kidding. No, you guys have a different perspective and can see things a little more detached, you know?
I think if you were to move in the wrong direction right now, based off the camera angle and
The whole universe will explode.
angle of your head, your mohawk would get entangled in the camera.
I just want you to know, Laura, that watching you, not shade that whole shape, the frustration and disappointment I felt is nothing compared to watching Lewis work. So it's
You son of a bitch.
It's like watching a time lapse versus watching a flower bloom in real life, right? A little bit?
exactly
Yeah.
It's like watching the miracle of birth right in front of me.
That is disgusting, and we should never talk
And
about that on this
sounds
stream.
very terrifying,
Ghastly. Yes, it
Which
does.
I actually came up with a skit last little inside thing I might share with you. I'm going to show myself being born in one of my videos, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Actually, I do know how I'm going to do it. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, I bet.
Is it
It'll
gonna
make
be like
sense, kind
the
of.
birth of Venus, Lewis?
I
Just
Rising up out
predict.
of the waves?
Okay, here's a quick
have a
prediction.
seashell. What?
Hang on, let me catch up on Clara's. She said, yeah, I asked her how she was and was on my way to go into work, and she was like, I'm good, but I said goodbye to my mom this morning for the last time. It was clear she wanted me to ask more about it. Oh, jeez. Again, I might be a bit cold. I wasn't feeling like having an emotional discussion that day. No, I don't think you're... I mean, people shouldn't
It's not-
emotionally dump like that on you. You know?
Sure,
Like,
It's
Point-
not your
point and laugh.
responsibility.
okay,
Point
I
and
hope it
laugh.
was a nice goodbye or something. And goodbye. And now
Point
I'm going to say
and
goodbye
laugh.
for the last time to you. Goodbye.
Did you say for
See?
the last time? I think you need to hit that point home, Clara.
But
It
as
makes you
for
wonder if she did that to every customer.
oh, you know, some people just, sometimes I wonder that people totally need to confess and to get something off their chest. For sure, it's good for closure. It's good for just that's why people go to confessions, I think, to get something off their chest. And that's okay, and it's totally normal. And that's why I keep a journal, because I don't want to bother people with all the bullshit that I go through, because everybody goes through this stuff, Like, you can put it somewhere else than in somebody else's journal. That being said, there's also people that see, you're not cold, or maybe I'm so cold that I don't perceive you as cold. And there's people who just keep dumping and dumping and dumping and never get that closure because they just do that so much, like they don't know when to stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I
as
agree
for
with that, and for
yeah.
yeah. Go on.
So are you gonna give birth to yourself? Because I think that would be freaking hilarious. You are gonna birth yourself, right?
Me?
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
Yes,
Oh,
I
God.
think so.
But I don't know how I could pull that off.
I have
I'm
to go,
sure.
guys.
Your imagination, you can figure it out.
Don't be afraid, Queldar.
Say,
It's only been 3.5 hours, but I have to go now.
True, it's late over there in Holland.
Denmark.
Yeah.
No.
Holland.
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 Anyway, so thanks for the stream. Take care. Take
All right,
care,
cool.
everybody. Bye,
Thank you
Clara.
so much. Thank you so much.
Have a nice
it was,
weekend,
it
buddy.
was
We'll see ya.
a pleasure.
You too.
See you
Talk
next
to you
time.
soon.
Talk
Bye.
to you soon. Have a good night. Bye.
What a dick.
It is like, oh my god,
It's
what time is it? I should probably be going to,
2:30. We're on a roll.
2:30. Oh my god. I have
the
a
thing is, I'm getting a lot of work done.
I know. I have to get ready for my workshop tonight.
Oh, you.
But I'm not
Wow.
saying goodbye just because Qualdar said I'll hang out for another little bit.
Do what you want. I'm here. I'm just chilling and really got a lot of work done on this. I mean, the thing is, I got to keep nice being able to talk at the same time. Honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's entertaining and it makes the. Yeah, it's nice.
You know, architecture really takes your time more than for me figure does. Like figure work, I get this stuff done. Architecture, you got to make sure it's like symmetrical and
Yeah.
perspective and all this. It's a lot.
Yep, it is.
Okay.
And at first glance, I'm like, oh, it's weird with people when you give them. Sometimes you estimate your amount of effort that you need to expand a lot less than it's actually gonna be, and then you're like, oh shoot, I should have coded this twice as much.
What are you talking about? Like the stream or?
No, for a job.
Oh. Wait, did Clara say something?
She said, I've been multitasking and did get some work done. Probably more than I normally do on a Friday. Awesome. It's because
Yeah.
of the good company.
Well, it does help because sometimes to have somebody to talk to as you do work. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's something where it's like high focus. Writing, I can't write and talk at the same time.
Right, that's not, yeah.
This stuff is kind of just ABCD work.
Mm-hmm.
Nitty gritty stuff, so I'm trying to figure it out. There's another building I have to put in too. It's a pretty in-depth painting, I'd say. Alright, just put this in. You know, here's the thing. I agree with not dumping on people. I've done that before. I think everybody has, but I don't like doing it to people. But if somebody does it to me, I don't really care because
You can tune them out.
just my personality.
Yeah.
It's not, but it doesn't bother me. I guess I kind of feel like if they want somebody to listen to, I'll do that. And just people sometimes they need that. But that's me. And I'm not saying that everybody should react this way, but for me, I like going out with people like that who are having issues or whatever. Not that I seek it. And sometimes, yeah, you can make it awkward, but the way I look at that is like you have the control of how awkward it's going to be with how you react, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so that's how I looked at it. In other words, it doesn't bother me as much. It just doesn't. But even though if I had a kid, I'd be like, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people who are just so down and broken that they can't help, or perhaps they were never taught as such, and they're sometimes in the off occasion, sometimes you're like, yeah, you just have to man up, just stop thinking about it or whatever. There are cases like that too, where it's unhealthy for them. It's a constant thing, especially I think. But I don't know.
Clara says maybe that's the difference between introvert versus extrovert, your ability to accept emotional dumping. Yeah, because I think maybe introverts do
I'm
hold a
actually
lot
more
of that.
introverted.
Huh.
I think so. I'm more introverted. I oddly enough.
Okay. Interesting.
So yeah.
Yeah, when you're
I don't gain energy from
Yeah, I think there's a sort of thing that people have discovered or invented a concept as such as a ambivert, which is a person who is both introverted and extroverted, like a combination of the two. And I think I'm a little bit of both. Like I do enjoy people's company, and I do get a high from having a night out with friends or having
Yeah.
like a truly social interaction, but that keeps me filled for like months. I don't need another one for a long time. And
That's
sometimes
introverted.
I
Yeah.
crave it, but very rarely. If you can leave me in a corner and I'm fine. Like, I don't
Yeah.
need it. But when I go out because I'm forced to, then I realize this felt good.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like that yesterday, where I was like really thinking I need to get out. I don't know. I guess it's been more and more recently. Like, if I work all day, I think the thing is working all day in a studio by yourself, and it's just like totally quiet, and there's no windows or anything in here. I've seen the studio before, but it's not like you don't have outside light. And so I think at the end of the day, I've been craving more than normally to go out, like with a friend or two at the end of the day. But that's not always the case. It's not always the case. So,
Yeah.
and
Cool.
I did last night. It was actually quite nice. Just sat out at a bar and had a drink, and of course
That's
got
nice.
into a bar fight. And yeah, it was great.
Did you go
Wonderful.
by yourself?
No, I went with one of my good friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Who actually, because I was thinking, man, I can go for a beer. Then I got a text saying, "Want to go for a bear?" I was like, yeah.
That's awesome. See, that's law
Yeah,
of attraction working for you.
Yeah, you need like, yeah. So you need to get it out. That was me. But yeah, I know how you feel with, like, I've gone through times in my life too where and here's the thing though, like, I don't have a lot of friends. I have close ones. So there are people who can go out and I'll do this, like, be around friends, but like where I live here, I don't know, people are weird, so I don't always fit in around them. But it depends on, like, the groups of people. Like, I'm not in other words, I don't like going out and just talking with everybody and having a huge group. I like going maybe with one
Yeah.
or two people,
Mm-hmm.
just quiet, just hang out, and half the time we're drinking, whatever,
Yeah.
or goofing off. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not. It's not like, not craving, like, the party scene or like
Mhm.
large groups of people, that type of stuff. That drains the hell out.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah, I've been enjoying my little acrylic pouring workshops. I have, I think, 3 people today. Actually, only 2. My good friend
Nice.
Paul, who's my patron, and and Angel, who has become a regular at my workshops. That's really nice to have, like, a little. It's like a little family, you know. And I don't feel nervous before, because in the
Yeah.
beginning when I started teaching, I was so uptight and nervous about the people, and I didn't know how I was gonna perform and everything. And a lot of that kind of faded because of experience, and I've been doing it for a couple of years. But even now, when there's new people, I'm like a little uptight, because then I have to
Yeah.
kind of get mentally ready. But when I go with just the family, just
Yeah.
so letting my
relax.
metaphorical hair down, and getting the cheese and the wine, and just, it's a party, you know? It's
That's
not,
good.
yeah.
I agree. I feel the same way. Feel the same way.
So,
It's like, yeah, you have to put that extra effort out sometimes.
Yeah.
For a person and stuff. Sometimes it's
So-
easy, and sometimes it's not so easy. So,
yeah. So
but
I'm
Claire,
gonna, yeah.
sorry, Claire said, she said, yeah,
Yeah.
the situation definitely feels she didn't need it. Yeah, that woman's. I don't judge you. That's the thing. Some people, like, that waitress,
Yeah.
sometimes people just are out of line, but sometimes people are broken, and that's up to you to discern. And so I didn't think you did anything wrong.
No,
with that at all.
definitely not. And never feel cold. Never feel like you're
No.
inappropriate, because you're not. You're doing whatever your emotional guidance tells you that it's best at the moment, and it knows best all the time. But anyway, I'm gonna have an acrylic painting workshop, so apparently some people signed up for that. So I'm gonna have some money to
Nice.
sign up for your workshop, Lewis.
No way.
Yeah, so I gotta sign up
Awesome.
soon. As soon as they Venmo me the monies. And I'll
Claire-
wait a couple days to feel rich for a couple days, and then I'll pay you.
That's fine. Clara, I'd like to go over some ideas with you, or I know like the website and stuff like might need to be fixed. I don't know. Any suggestions with small things, even just anything small would help, and I'm sure probably help Laura too, because we're kind of in the same boat with that stuff. And
Yeah.
I'd really appreciate that, because I'm not a marketer. I'm trying to learn. I'm not trying to just pass it off. It's just I'm genuinely lost with it. So
Yeah, maybe you guys can do a service
exchange.
exchange. Exactly.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing
Yeah.
that.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. I think
would-
I'm
I
gonna.
would-
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
No, go on. Oh,
Yeah. I'm stretching. Oh my goodness.
I
I
know.
think.
I was just like hunched over just now.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna call it because we've been at it for a long time.
That's looking
It's been
good, Laura.
it's been so much fun. Yeah. I still have a lot. This is gonna be a heck of a job. So. We'll see. I'll definitely show you how it looks when the mural is all done. I'll probably make a video of it. I don't know if I can make it funny, but, you know, maybe I'll share some of the conversation in this. Some of the nitty gritty.
You can do that. You can do that.
Funny. I love playing with this stuff.
I would try. Hey, do what you want, but I know you can make it funny if you really put yourself to it. It would take a little bit longer,
Yeah.
but I think it'd be really cool. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
But that looks good. I like that.
Thank you.
That's a huge eraser.
It is. It came in the latest Paletful packs. Oh, by the way, Clara, the sketchbox. My sketchbox got shipped yesterday. Whoa! It's probably gonna arrive. It says it's gonna arrive on Tuesday, but I'm thinking might arrive a little faster. I'm not sure. We'll see. Did yours get sent out? Looks great. Looks very clean. I'm excited to see the end result. Yay! I can't wait. Clara, tell me what you're gonna do with your sketchbox. Are you gonna continue with your Inktober? Because I think I should start doing that too in my copious spare time. Alright guys, thank you so much. You guys are so sweet and I really appreciate you hanging out today. And I'll see you next Friday. Okay?
Thanks, Laura, for having me on. Thanks, everybody.
My pleasure. Bye. Love y'all.
Bye, guys.